but you can call me the Juice. We're currently back outside Nancy Guthrie's house. As you guys know, I've been kind of coming here 3 or 4 times a week to just have a little story time, talk about the case, update, keep everybody updated, informational wise, um, and also just theories. Just revisiting the home to try to just kind of see if we can play things back in our head to maybe figure things out, whatever it takes. We want to do it if that means cracking this case or bringing public awareness to this case. That's one of the things that I've been here for. Uh, and we just want to send a message. We want Nancy to come home. It is currently day 99, guys. Day 99 since Nancy Guthrie has gone missing. And it has been exactly 3 months and 9 days since Nancy's gone missing. So it's just been a tragic, tragic situation, and a lot of tough things that we've seen unfold in this entire case. Um, and it just continues to go on. You know, from a local like myself, it just really hit home hard. So it's been tough for me to deal with, and I'm sure the community's hurt. We're all hurt. Anyways, today is Mother's Day, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself, but it's been a struggle for me financially, and I didn't have any idea in my head due to time right off the bat as to finding flowers to come out and bring them. So I'll make it up to you, Nancy. I owe you some flowers. I definitely should have brought some today. So blame me. I take full responsibility for it. But I'm here today so we can kind of have a discussion, talk about Nancy, and just kind of try to enjoy this holiday um, with Nancy here somehow, some way. It is going to be the first day that the Guthrie family is without Nancy, so my heart goes out to the Guthrie family. I know it's a really tough situation for the Guthrie family. I can't imagine that because I don't know what life would be like without my mom. She's my backbone. She's my support system. She's my everything. So I just can't imagine that. Happy Mother's Day to those of you guys tuning in who are mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to mothers who are mother figures, even, or maybe someone who is becoming a mother. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys enjoy this special day because it is a special day um, for any mother out there, for those who have mothers. Big, big welcomes. Those of you guys tuning in, I appreciate those tuning in so far. Um, there's not many updates to talk about, really, in regards to updates. I believe Savannah did put a tribute out there that I wanted to play here. And, it won't be the best quality, but hopefully you guys will be able to see it somewhat due to the, sun and, the glare on the screen. But I am a little behind on time. I wanted to get here a lot earlier than this. I can honestly say, though, from what I see so far, I got to pick up that sign right there because it's on the ground. But from what I see so far, there's not really any new flowers that I see. So I don't think we missed anything as far as anybody stopping by for the holiday. It doesn't look like Savannah's coming out here to just kind of come home and reminisce. And who knows, the grief could be getting the best of the family, which I'm sure it is. And, it's not the same home as it was when mom was here, I'm sure. So it could just be tough for the family to just want to come here and maybe vent and maybe have a get together for Nancy and reminisce on the good times here at the home. But I'm sure it doesn't look like they're going to do that. And, I don't blame them. Everybody deals with grief differently and tough family situations. So it's a tough thing and a tragic loss for not just the Guthrie family, but just for all of us, including this neighborhood. So, at least we'll be able to kind of sit here and talk about the case, talk about anything that might be upcoming, um, and talk a little bit about Nancy. Um, before I did take off here, though, I had meant to do something upon request in the chat just last night. I'm not the best at this, which means, Troy, you got to do it more. But I just wanted to say a quick little prayer for Nancy while we're here. And we'll talk a little bit about Nancy and the family if we could. So we'll walk over to the memorial site here Before I do, I wanted to play this quick little video that I think it's a small tribute from Savannah um, to her mother, Nancy. I don't know. Let me just double back on my stream just briefly, real quick, and then we'll kind of get comfortable here, set up, and hang out for a bit. We'll probably be here almost about 3 hours, maybe a little less than that. I want to pull up the stream just real quick, just to make sure my everything's coming through clearly. I know some people wanted me to come out here earlier, but I don't think we missed much, and it's super, super hot out here, guys. You guys know how it gets in Arizona. It's really hot out here. I think our sound is good, so I just wanted to confirm that to make sure it would come through clearly and everybody could hear me clearly. So let me just turn down the quality real quick, so that way we're smooth. And like I said, we'll walk over here real quick and say a little prayer for Nancy. Let me play this tribute for you guys just real quick. And then I'll start by saying hello to everybody in the chat, following all of that too. Such a sad, sad moment though. It's tough. I know how hard it is. I can't imagine. I don't know. I don't know actually. I know how hard it is. I don't know how hard it is, but I know that it's a very, very tough moment for the Guthrie family. Let's play this quick clip real quick. Let me pull it up, Chad. I'm trying to find it real quick because I think I just lost it for a second. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you guys already saw it. But for those who haven't, enjoy. Shout out to JLR for posting this because I believe he's the one who posted this. So I think my girl just called me out of nowhere. Hold on, folks. I had to stop the video because she called, so we'll start it over again. I had got a phone call out of nowhere. We'll run that back again here. Lost and weary traveler, searching for the way to go. And that's the video right there. Shout out JLR for posting that because I didn't know there was a tribute until I seen that. I believe Savannah had did a tribute to her mother, I believe, and I think I might follow her on Instagram. Let me see if that's the whole entire video. I think it might just be the whole video of the actual tribute, and I think it was posted by Savannah. So let's see if it's on her Instagram, which is where I should have went to check that out. I don't know where that tribute came from, but there's a couple people who have made tributes. I don't think that came from her Instagram. I don't know who made that, or maybe JLR made it. I'm not too sure, but I don't see it on her Instagram page. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to walk over here just briefly next to the memorial site and just say a quick prayer. I'm not the best at prayers. I gotta progress, so we'll probably try to make this a little short, just because I'm not that confident in myself when it comes to praying. But I guess there's no way to pray right. So if you could, folks, we'll start by you bowing your heads with me. Let me make sure we're clear here. Hold on. I want to make sure we got, because this is, we lose service right here, so I don't want this to mess up on us. But I think we're okay. Think we're good. But anyway, folks, if you could, if you're tuned in, if you're locked in right now, just bow your head with me for a few moments, and let's just say a prayer in tribute to Nancy on this lovely uh, Mother's Day. And I just wanted to start by saying, dear Heavenly Father, I pray that you continue to guide us all in the right direction, continue to watch over us all, continue to watch over Nancy for whatever she is. I pray and continue to watch over the Guthrie family, and just help us try to figure this out. Help us bring Nancy home. Help us find the suspect who was seen on Nancy's front porch. Um, and just maybe you can send him a message and let him know uh, that you're watching. And there's always a way to turn this around. Uh, just come and talk to us. You know, just do the right thing. Um, in dear Jesus' name, amen. Got this sign on the floor out here to pick it up. Lauren was the one who brought this. It's amazing to see how much time, a lot of us streamers and even the media in the beginning came out here, and we spent so much time here. Um, and it doesn't feel that way because time just goes by so fast. It felt like 99 days came so quick. Sometimes it feels like it was just yesterday that this pretty much all took place, but the clock is ticking. It's been clicking since day one. And it just seems like from day one, time hasn't really been on our side. Nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense at all. Nothing at all. Seen around and talked to you guys for a minute here. Just wanted to say hello to those in the chat. Big hellos, Grace, by the way. Shouts to all the members tuning in. Good to see some of you guys back up in here. Sarah, big welcomes, by the way. Boppers, welcome. Kelly, welcome. Sunstar, welcome. Rose, big welcomes. Earl James, good to see you, by the way. Kelly King, good to see you. Good to see you, Deb. Good to see you, chat. Hello, guys. Claudio, big welcomes. Victoria, Beach Girl. Lily, Helly, Brown Eyes. It looks like Leah Lynn in the building. Gloria Gonzalez, Carrie Lewis, Shelly, big welcomes. Robin, good to see you guys all in the chat, man. Looks like a lot of names here I'm not too familiar with as well. So big welcomes to those of you guys just tuning into the channel for the first time, or maybe just speaking in the chat for the first time. Good to see you guys, man. Elizabeth, big welcomes, Elizabeth. Doug, it looks like Geraldine. Sorry if I said that wrong. Um, Anita, big welcomes, Anita. Is it Mata or Mata? Deborah, big welcomes. Leah Lynn says we love you, Nancy. Blue says I'm gonna cry again. Yes, you saw it, the tribute. I know it's tough to see that. And Coffin Daffer, I think, had a little tribute as well. I don't know if those of you guys are familiar with Coffin Daffer, um, but she's been a pretty big voice in this entire investigation since the beginning too. So I love hearing from Coffin Daffer. I always think she has some really good things to say. Um, Although obviously we all have our own theories, so there's a lot of things I don't agree with as well. But I mean, Coffin Dapper is great. Cindy Police, big welcomes. Link, welcome. Nina, welcome, by the way. If I didn't say hello to you, those of you guys tuning in, big welcomes. Good to see you guys. Piggy Rage. Happy Mother's Day, guys. Happy Mother's Day. And like I said, for those of you guys that are our mothers, or you have mother that you're celebrating with, give them a big hug, and tell them Happy Mother's Day. I know times get rough and we have tough days, and sometimes we don't even want to speak to each other, and it can be difficult for us to just express those things to that person. So try to set it all aside if you're having a tough day, and try to make the best of it. Just go tell them Happy Mother's Day, if even if you don't want to, even if you don't want to. I think that would be in the lines of just simply doing the right thing, as we all want the suspect to do in this investigation. And I know I've had a lot of moments like that where I just didn't want to say anything because I'm just so upset for whatever it is. So trust me, I've been in your shoes before, and I know not everyone's going to have a good day on this day, but hey, I wish everybody well regardless. Um, One thing I can say that Savannah says about Nancy is that she's the greatest thing her mother gave her. And, well, she says the greatest thing that her mother gave her, excuse me, was faith and belief in God. And I had mentioned that yesterday. But Savannah says that it changed her life. I don't know how the Guthrie family is doing it because, you know, like I said, my mother means a lot to me, and I just can't imagine how hard it would be without her. Nancy Ellen Long, born January 27th, 1942. She's from Fort Rice, Kentucky. And she was widowed after she lost her husband in 1988 from a heart attack. And Savannah was just 16 at that time. She's a former lawyer and currently today's talk show host. And Annie was about around 18. She's the middle child, Savannah the youngest, Cameron the oldest, and only son of Nancy's, which he was about in his early 20s, and currently retired as a Air National Guard. So looks like Nancy instilled a lot of wonderful, wonderful things in her children. Um, they lost their father at about the age of 49, um, which is the time that he passed away, and his name was Charles. No doubt Nancy was one of a kind, and moving forward with unshakable faith. She set aside her grief to ensure her children. She taught her kids to be self sufficient and independent. She set a great foundation to lead her family into success. Um, and she was described as a noni, who maintained loving bonds with her family, and she was just a wonderful, wonderful lady, based on a lot of the things that we've learned leading up to what happened. And it seems like a decent amount of time, but it's a short amount of time. I mean, 100 days isn't as long as it feels. Um, Give me 1 second, folks. My girlfriend pulled back up for the card. I think I just set it down. Is it like that? No? Hold on, folks. Here you go. Excuse that, guys. I had to give my girlfriend the card. She's gonna do some Instacart while I'm here streaming. So just in case you guys were wondering why. But today, guys, again, today makes day 99. Exactly 3 months and 9 days since Nancy's gone missing. As we all know, among the two people to see Nancy, she was Annie and Tommaso, but the very last person to see Nancy was her son-in-law, the husband of Nancy's Annie Guthrie, by the name of Tommaso Cioni. He dropped Nancy off that night after a family dinner, and it was reported she was safely inside around about 9:30 on January 31st. despite the blood being on the porch and suspect in a mask, unidentified, and ransom motives at one point in time, Nancy still has not been found. It's crazy because just before Nancy was taken, she just had turned 84 years old. And it just isn't right. Just isn't right. And I believe that's what they were celebrating the night she went over to Annie and Tommaso's. But after that night, when Nancy was brought home, we never saw her again. Sources say that Nancy was taken in the middle of the night, but that's pretty much all we have. It's pretty much all we've heard. But what we heard doesn't mean that's really what happened. And it's just an unfortunate situation to be this far in the case and not really have much factual information. Haven't heard from the FBI in quite some time. We haven't even heard from law enforcement in quite some time. Well, pertaining to the sheriff department, we haven't even heard from them in quite some time now. The case has been quiet for quite some time. Although we know the FBI is still working at it, we're still waiting for DNA results, and they're steadily still working on the tips that they still have in place. And at the same time, we have learned that we have a sheriff that's been leading this entire thing that may or may not no longer be involved very shortly here. In high hopes of Nancy coming home, whether she's dead or alive, I think we all hope that if we do get a new sheriff, it's going to change things and impact the case in a positive way. But again, going back to what we have, which is nothing, it just appears that it just there's a possibility that it might amount to where we stand today. Much love, Maggie. I appreciate the $20 super chat. She says, thanks for being there. Mother's Day prayers for Nancy. Thanks a lot, Maggie. I appreciate that. Crystal, thanks for the $20 super chat. She says, beautiful prayer. Thank you so much for your coverage, and I appreciate you. Likewise, guys. I appreciate you guys. I always tell you guys I couldn't do this without you guys being here with me. You guys make it that much more special, and you guys continue to motivate me to do what I'm doing. JLR is getting harassed again, says Geraldine. I hope not. Hope he's okay. So far, we've been here about 24 minutes to be exact, and there hasn't been much activity. There hasn't been many cars. Um, like I've told you guys, Sunday is usually one of the quiet days in the neighborhood. So it might not be as active as people think. We might not have a whole lot of people coming and bringing flowers. We might not have anybody come bring flowers at all. Who knows? I got my fan on the phone, so I hope we don't overheat. I think we should be good. It seems like the fan is going to hold this phone down the entire time. We're all charged up and good to go. It'll probably be nighttime by the time we leave here. So let's hang out. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about the case. Let's update one another. If anybody has any insights, for me, there's not really much happening. In fact, there's really nothing happening at all as of right now. Uh, Down, this sign was down when I got here, but other than that, everything looks in good hands. Hey, Brett, I appreciate you guys too. Thanks for the flowers, by the way, Sam. And I'm glad you guys were able to enjoy that prayer. Lisa says, I know how powerful corruption and evil are, so no, I think Nanos is going nowhere and the family is getting away with this. Well, we got to have hope, you know. We got to let go of some of that doubt that we have and just simply have hope. And, that's another reason why prayer is good because, then, God works in mysterious ways. And I think one way or another, Nanos will find that door that has the exit sign on it. I think we have enough information on Nanos um, that would lead up to him resigning from the position that he's in and no longer being a sheriff of any sort. I just think that there's enough information based on what's been going on and whatever that led up to this from the get go says a lot about where he stands as a sheriff. I truly believe that. Truly don't think that they're going to put up with this for very much longer. It has made the city not only look awful, but his representation of the sheriff's department all the way down to um, the deputies has has had a very, very, very embarrassing. That's the best way I could sum it up. It's had a very, very embarrassing impact, not only on the community, but the community within the sheriff department. And you heard Cross the other day. I mean, he said it. He said it was, and excuse my language, but word for word, he had said that a lot of people were saying that is a shit show, literally. So I mean, due to the fact that there are people in the department finally speaking up, and that's one thing we could definitely thank Nancy for is the fact that this gave some of the deputies, like Cross, to come out and finally speak up. And I'm most certain that the person that was anonymous that Brian Inton sat down and had a conversation with is for sure someone that's in the sheriff department. All it took was him for Brian to ask him if he, not ask him to tell him that he would get in a lot of trouble if he were to show who he was. And that did it for me. And I was pretty convinced that that was somebody within the sheriff department. But we already know based off the insights that we got from Cross and just hearing other people who have the experience and they know the things that you can't have on your record and everything else, that Nano shouldn't be where he's at. He should have been gone a long time ago. He should have never got the position. Rockin' Cages says, "You sure awesome coming out on Mother's Day, sending love and prayers to you. Much love. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I could have chose to spend the rest of the day with my girlfriend and maybe spend some time with my mother, but I chose to come here and spend a little time with Nancy. And I made some arrangements to do something later. I think my girlfriend and I will go maybe to the movies. I think that's where we're going tonight. I don't think that's where we are going to go tonight. See a movie. She picked the Mortal Kombat movie, and I like Mortal Kombat. I've played it on video games when I was a kid, so it was a good choice for the both of us. So hopefully we have a good time, um, and I'm sure we will. Happy Mother's Day to my girlfriend. I don't know if she's listening, but I love you. You're great. You're a wonderful person, and I wouldn't trade you being in my life for nothing. We've grown and grown. We've learned each other so much that it's annoying because we know each other so well at times. And that just makes me adore her even more. And I'm just appreciative to have my woman in my life. So to Gabrielle Banks on this very special day, I love you, and I'll see you later on. Got a car coming down right here. They're moving a little slow. I don't know if they're going to stop by. They look a little curious. Here, brakes. Looks like they're just taking some pictures. But see if anybody brings out any flowers today. I don't know if anybody's going to stop by and bring any flowers, but we'll see. They're just stopping by taking some photos. Those brakes need some work. Hey, I can't talk. My brakes are getting there too, so I'm right behind them. I'm right behind them. Hey Sue, thanks for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you. Camper lady, good to see you in the chat here. Says pretty name. You're Gabrielle Troy. Much love, camper lady. And I don't know if you were here yesterday, but I did post on the X, and I did want to say thank you for the gifts. Because of you, it seems like we won't have a phone that overheats again. And because of you, I have light and reflectors at night so I can be seen right here on the road. Not even during the night. During the day, it's good to have reflectors. So thank you, camper lady. Just thought I'd say that because I didn't see you in the chat yesterday. And if I did, I don't remember seeing you in the chat. So much love. God bless you. C931 says Happy Mother's Day to all those amazing, and to Nancy, led us the way to bring you home. Indeed. Indeed. Somebody said JLR is live right now. I'm not too sure if he is. I know he had a tribute. I don't see him live at all for whoever said that. I was hoping Criminal Network would have maybe came out today, but I'm sure he's got some things he's gonna do today. It's a day where people don't really come out and do things that it's just a really special day. Not everybody works on their day, or I don't know how to put it in words, I guess, but it's a special day, so can't expect people to come out and stream and be here at Nancy's and whatnot. But so we might not see him today, but you never know. Should have caught him. I think he was here the day before, so I just missed Criminal Network. Right, it's one of those days where not only families are together, but some people just want to hang out at home and enjoy themselves. I'm not gonna lie. On Father's Day, some days I just want to kind of either myself or just kind of hang out and just kind of lay around and do nothing. So I guess I didn't really know how to say that. I'm sure A&T's lawyer advised them not to go to the memorial. Says, is it Jimma or Jim? I'm sorry, Jim Marcello. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they just knew not to do that. But what's stopping them? What's wrong with that? It's not like there's a whole lot of media here. Although it will still get out there regardless. All it takes is one person from media to blow something up. But I know a lot of people wanted me to come out here because they wanted to see if it was going to be active or whether or not maybe one of the family members will come out and show up. Um, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be a pretty chill day, and just pretty much for the most part a normal day in the neighborhood. I was supposed to do an interview with Righteous Monkey, so maybe I'll see him here tomorrow. I just didn't know what time I was going to be here, so I didn't want to give him the runaround because the day started off fairly busy. So I just didn't want to give him a time and have him waiting here. But we'll do it, Righteous Monkey, if you're tuning in, or I'm just putting it out there. We'll make sure we make it happen very soon. I wanted to sit down here for a moment, guys, but I honestly don't think I'm gonna last long because of the all of the ants just right here. They are everywhere today. And I should have maybe got some spray, but it's I guess it's just not always that easy, especially when you're trying to budget yourself. But maybe next time I'll have some spray to put down. I'm probably gonna end up standing right back up in just a second because there's just way too many ants. Juice, you're not feeling it, go home. I'm enjoying it. I'm chilling. I'm my normal self. I'm chillax, man. I'm feeling it. I'm good. I'm enjoying the day. I'm where I want to be for the most part today. Um, I truly like coming here. I truly like being here. Um, not only just for you guys, but for myself as well. I think I like coming. I do. It's much different than where I live, and I just live maybe 4, 5, 6 minutes at the most away from here, and it's just a different vibe over here. It really is. And like I've told you guys before, this is the place where I would drive through as a kid, and I would look at these type of houses, and I would say to myself, man, I want a house like that one day. We know how tough it is to get a house, period, and this house is 3,000 square feet. I can't even say that I would ever live in a 3,000 square feet home at this point. I definitely don't currently own a home, but I'm looking forward to it someday. It would definitely be nice. But this is definitely that side of town where you just kind of come and look at all the nice houses. And they get bigger the further you go, don't get me wrong, but it kind of started here for me. And they looked much bigger when I was a kid, um, just because this house doesn't even compare to my house, or my house doesn't even compare to this house as a kid. So takes me back a little bit. Yeah, camper lady, we can't thank you enough for buying the vest. I actually got to get it on, as a matter of fact, to make sure we have it on real quick. I actually didn't even charge this thing. I should have charged it, but we didn't use it for very long. So I'm sure that this vest is still pretty juiced up. I love my vest. Big welcome those of y'all tuning in. Don't forget to like the video if you were enjoying the channel, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have not become a subscriber, it is free. But likewise, it does help that algorithm and put that stream out there, and maybe become recommended. Someone else can discover the channel. I'm thinking maybe we might even, maybe I shouldn't. We'll stay put in honor of the memorial site. I wanted to maybe take a little walk just because I like to wander off a little bit and walk around. And there's just, like I said, there's a lot of ants right here. So I definitely can't stay here too long. Otherwise, I'm going to get ate alive. I actually feel like some of them are crawling on me already. So I'll try to hold it down as long as I can before I have to move around a little bit. We want Nancy home, says Sherry. Please bring Nancy home. Indeed, I couldn't agree more. Cat Lady says, can y'all please look up Jason Simmons in Michigan State Prison? Not too sure who that is. Tuesday says, very nice. You was going to Nancy's on Mother's Day. Indeed, I had to do it. I mean, my heart wouldn't let me not do it. Something just told me to come out here and hang out for a bit, talk about the case. Robin says, let's walk. You guys want to take a little walk? Should we? Shall we? Hey, James, I appreciate the love and support. Thanks a lot. Much love. Michael says, Juice, look at the photo of the guy standing in front of Nancy's house without the backpack. It looks like there's a shovel handle on the left side of his head. Keep up the good work and keep hope alive. Indeed, will do. No stop in my heart at all. We will keep going as long as we can and as strong as we can. You too, Bill. Good welcome, Big House, he says. And big bills. Man, you know what they say, more money creates more problems. MG says, happy Mother's Day to all mothers. I hope everyone is having a good day. Prayers for Nancy and her family. Yes. Man, these little ants are quick. If I had a water, I could probably throw that down, and maybe that would help a little bit. Tennessee girl says a good walk is good for your soul. Maybe so. Deuce, where are you going after you do this case? Good question. Good question. I've been keeping that in mind a lot. I don't know. I really don't know. I guess wherever the wind blows me, we'll find out. Um, but hopefully, in time, we'll have enough money to travel wherever it is to cover other cases. Otherwise, for the most part, dang, ants are already on my arms. Jesus. Hopefully, we'll have enough financially to kind of move around and go wherever the next biggest case is, or I may cover a story. I was thinking about doing like the Epstein files, which is to me is kind of old by now. But there's a lot of things I don't know. I've been thinking about a lot, and I'm not sure. But this is the case right now that everybody wants to talk about. So I'm not sure. Did you get some sleep? I got a little bit of rest. I think I slept for about 4 hours or so. I think I got up at 11. Thanks for asking. Yeah, let's move around. Because these things are climbing on my tripod and everything. Hold on. Make sure that fan stays on. I gotta dust this tripod off briefly, real quick, so we don't have ants crawling up my leg and arm. Anywho, think we're good. Think we're good. Patty Long says hi, Juice. Hello, Patty Long. Cat Lady says, Juice, did you see my comment? Your actual comment, or you said something in the chat? I thought I read it just a second ago. If we have less ants down here, we'll come down here. Yeah, let's come down here real quick because I don't think there's really ants down here today for whatever reason. Let's walk down there real quick. Much better. I brought two chairs today. I know it's kind of weird, but since there's been a bunch of bugs getting all in my bags and stuff, I figured I'd bring another chair. That way, I have somewhere to set my stuff. That way, it's just not on the ground. So, but my bag is super duperly heavy. So, we got a heavy load to take with us. This chair was given to me. It's not the best looking chair, but I like it. I usually sit in this little tiny chair. Yeah, there's not that many ants right here, so we can hang out right here without having to get up, and then we'll take a walk in just a bit. Take a walk like I'm sure Nancy would do years and years ago with her dog, or what kind of dog did she have? Like a black poodle, maybe. I don't recall what the dog name was. I'm not good with dogs. Olive Sheep says you are doing something today that all Nancy children should be doing. How are they honoring her on this Mother's Day? Good question. I'm sure they found a way to do it, though. That doesn't necessarily mean they need to be here, but um, for me, and like I said, everybody deals with grief differently. Uh, but for me personally, I would have probably came here with my siblings and then, reminisced on the times that we had here in this home. I mean, they grew up here. So, I mean, this is where everything started for a lot of these kids of Nancy's. So, I mean, to each their own, though. Like I said, everyone handles things differently. I gotta respect it. I can't assume that they have to do it the way I would do it. And you never know what grief, what state of mind certain challenges like that come in life that you may deal with may make you do. It's a really hard situation. It really is. And not everyone thinks that like I do. This is not the way anyone would want to lose their mother at all. Most everyone wants to be able to have that opportunity for their parents to grow old and then eventually bury them or cremate them, however you go about it, or whatever their wishes are. Um, so it's really tough. Even though we all have the expectation of some point us losing our parents, no one ever imagines losing them in this way. It's so heartbreaking. Camper Lady says, I would have loved to see Nancy's children in the backyard. I agree. I couldn't agree more with that. I totally agree, 100%. Nothing should have kept them from going there. I agree. I couldn't agree more with that comment. I truly agree with that. 100%. And I think Savannah showed how strong minded she is, how strong of an individual she is, emotionally and just mentally, just due to the fact she was able to kind of pick up and go back. So there's no doubt in my mind that Savannah wouldn't, not be strong enough to come here and just, you know, in honor of her mother for Mother's Day to reflect on old times and just relive the moments that she lived here with her mom. I think she's demonstrated how strong she is mentally. So, maybe she's just got things going on, and she doesn't have the time to come out here right now, for all we know. But like I said, I can't speak for them. I can only speak for myself based on how I would handle things. Is interview room? If interview room is currently live right now, maybe we'll chime in on them just for a second, just to see what they're kind of talking about. Bluey says, "I don't believe anything Nano says. Take it with a grain of salt." I agree. And there was a guy who approached him the other day, um, and he asked him pretty much if this thing is going to be solved, and or we're close to getting it solved, and he said, "Yeah." I didn't even overthink that for 1 second. I already knew that it was a bunch of bull. I'm sure Nancy's family loves her and misses her terribly. Yeah. Oh no, there's no doubt in my mind. No doubt in my mind at all. I would too. Connie, thanks so much for the $10 super chat. She says, "Thank you, Juice, for being at Nancy's." Hey, thank y'all for being here with me. You guys are wonderful, wonderful people. Deanne Rudolph says, "I've never watched it today. I saw her genuine heartbreaking for her mom. I felt it, and I'm sure a lot did too. That's what hooked me to this case." Yeah, me neither. And I could honestly say I've never, I knew about the Today Show, but I never really watched the day to the Today Show, maybe all but a couple times. And I think the person that I might have seen on the Today Show, if I remember watching it, if this is even correct, I think it was Whoopi Goldberg at one point in time. And maybe it was a different show, but I think Whoopi Goldberg was on the Today Show, and I think that was the only person that I saw on the Today Show. I really didn't never recognize Savannah. Didn't know of her here in Tucson, Arizona. And I didn't really see her as a person to be famous, especially as a talk show host. But it looks like I've learned about her now, and this only just made her that much more famous if she wasn't famous before. So D.N. Rudolph says that was the View. So that was the View. Okay, I don't know why I thought Whoopi was on the Today Show. So yeah, that means I've never watched the Today Show then, and if I did not even realize it was the Today Show. I mean, but it's definitely probably one of the biggest shows. Um, I would say so. I mean, I'm sure we probably all watched it, and for those that don't recall, we probably did watch it, but we just didn't recognize what show we were watching. A Hope says 99 days, my heart is broken. Yeah, it's crazy tomorrow. Knowing that tomorrow will be triple digits that Nancy has been missing. 100 days is tomorrow. Miss Link says you're too young. Most under 40 don't watch. I could see that. I could see that. So then says justice for Nancy. Agreed. We are demanding answers at this point. Tell us something. Jayway says, "Oh, I mentally told myself I'd give it 100 days, but now what? There's nothing still." Yeah, I truly think that we'll be, and I hate to sound negative, but I think this is gonna go for several more months. I don't see this cracking anytime soon. I give it another month that we'll learn about the DNA, but my expectation of the DNA, I guess, isn't very positive because I truly don't think, uh, for specifically the DNA that went to Florida first, that they just sent out to Quantico in Virginia. That one, I don't really have much hope in. The genealogy, I do more so just based on what they have so far. I think they will be able to work a genealogy, but I just think that's going to take so much time. Cash Patel came out and he said that he uses AI for almost everything. And believe it or not, he stated that AI has also cracked cases. It's helped him crack cases. And I don't know that how helpful that would be in regards to maybe helping them sort out these tips or maybe even somehow identifying the perp. I think the AI has thrown us off more than anything though. So I don't know how he uses AI for everything. And I only say that because the AI picture of the perp does not line up at all to me with the actual, original video of the perp. So I don't know. I guess that made me lose a lot of hope in the AI technology. MG says, let's all say a prayer for Nancy. He says, let's all say an extra prayer for Nancy. Power of prayer. Why not? Why not? Maybe we'll say another one before we get out of here. Or I guess we could say another prayer now. And I say we say one more on our way out of here. I disagreed when the neighbor said that there was not very many. Oh, look at the little bunny. You gonna come over here, little bunny? Come on. I'm pretty sure you got rabies all over you and everything. You can come closer, but you just, I can't pet you though. Cute little bunny. Please help the Juice page, hit the like button and subscribe. It's free. Roxy, thank you so much. Wow, the interview room has quite a ton of folks watching today. That blood pattern. How do you send a video of this guy anyways? No email. I don't know if you mean you're trying to send a video to me. You could always email me. My email's in the description if you'd like to send an email. There's God giving us a message. Weird. Yeah, maybe God was sending us a message through that bunny right there. The bunny is a sign. That's a good way to look at it. I kind of like that. Bazil, big welcome. She says, "What's up, family? Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers on here." Jen says her cats bring her those little bunnies all the time. I'm traumatized just seeing that one. That was a cute little bunny. That wasn't bad. Juice, do you have any experience working in law enforcement? No way. Not at all. Not even close. Otherwise, I would have handled it much different when they did come and say something to me the other day when I used the porta potty or several weeks ago now. Susan, I appreciate the $10 super chat. I don't know if I said anything. Says Nancy, we are looking for you. It's the case so strange. It's the case so strange. Much love to Susan for the $10 super chat there. The odd placement of the gun and holster seems like it's a woman trying to hide that area. No man carries that way. I have to agree that I've never seen a male carry that way. Not exactly in the front. And if it was exactly in the front, it had no holster at all. So growing up in my days, I've seen a lot of men carry that way just without the holster, though, which does make it very odd. But that's a good theory, I'd say. I don't know if that's completely covering the crotch area though, so it's difficult to tell, I guess. But I just truly don't think that, based on the characteristics of that person that we see on the video, it just doesn't seem to me like that would be a woman at all. Right, and I think Monk was the one that brought it to our attention, saying that it was a Mexican way to carry a gun, although it wasn't quite the original way. But I guess I could say that it was close enough to call it that. So, how many people in the chat feel like that the perp that we see on that ring camera is a woman? Put a one if you think the perp is a woman, and put a two if you think the perp is not a woman. So it looks like majority think that the perp is not a woman. There's several people who still think it is a woman. That's insane. I don't know what leads people to believe that that's a woman. Insane. Derek, thanks so much for the $10 super chat. He says, Chris, Nancy Guthrie's online live St. Andrew's Church services started at 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. What time did Nancy's friend call the family that Sunday morning stating that she didn't attend online? Good question. We don't know. We don't know what time they reached out. It doesn't say. Wow. Is it Runyan? I don't know if I said that right. Thanks for the $2 super chat. It says fire rescue only goes to hospitals, not urgent care. So it was one if you thought it was a woman, two if you think it's not a woman. It looks like majority of the chat thinks that it's not a woman, but there are so many people who still think it is a woman at the same time. Um, look at the fingers and the eyebrows, says Nanny. I don't know. I don't know. I do know, but I don't know what would lead me to believe that that's a woman. It's just even looking at the body, um, like there's just certain characteristics that a man carries when you see a man figured person versus a female figured person. It just doesn't line up to a woman for me. Rosemary says one, a woman's body, a little husky. It's ants all over. It's a woman's body, a little husky, and big eyes, a woman's eyes. And I think that was the main thing that really threw us off in the beginning, was the fact that um, the eyes look so pretty, is what a lot of people said in the beginning when we first saw that video. Lori says, Lord, on Mother's Day, we pray for Nancy Guthrie, her safety, and her family. Bring truth, peace, and comfort in this time. Amen. Amen. I'm gonna hop up, guys, because I'm getting ate alive still by ants over here. I could just see these ants crawling all over me. Let's probably just take a quick walk here. Let's take a little walk here, but let me get my hotspot on so I can see chat on the other device here. I can just feel these things crawling all over me. Put your chair on the road. No, I mean, there's ants all in the road, guys. These ants are everywhere. They're going to go wherever I go, anyways. So it's really going to be tough to kind of get away from them. So I'm not worried about it, though. I just don't, I'm just not going to just sit there and get ate up. But I mean, I just can't stand here for too long. Let's turn my hotspot on. Give me 1 second. I feel like I missed a few things in the chat here because I can't really see what's going on. So if you guys believe that that is a woman, for those that believe that that was a woman on that front porch there, who would you say that would be as a woman? Based on all the people that we've came across that maybe knew the person that could be involved, like remember Luke um, was involved with Kayla. Could it be Kayla? Remember there was two people out here, um, and the lady was dressed half naked, and there was a guy that kind of looked like the perp a little bit, or had the same build almost as the perp. Would it be maybe that girl that was involved, or was it just someone that we haven't came across yet? Somebody said Kiki. Is I think that's who that girl was. Wasn't that her name? For those that do think it's a woman, I just wonder who would that be, woman wise? Not a woman. Period. Alley Cat says. I agree. I'm with you. I'm team man on this. I don't think that was a woman at all. Although we really haven't talked about it much, I don't think anybody has. But considering it, for those that think it's a woman, we really haven't talked about whether or not we think a woman is capable of removing Nancy from the home by herself, or or maybe that woman was with a man, because a lot of us believe that it was more than one person. So if it was a woman, she definitely had got some help from a man. Annie isn't that tall. No, I agree. I agree. I don't think she's tall as a perp, that's for sure. I like that picture that somebody sent me the other day. They put it together with Danos and the perp next to one another. I mean, it was a really good picture. It was something to think about for sure. Although I don't think Nanos is our guy. Julie says it was staged. I feel lady and guy was inside. Elizabeth says, I say woman, but I don't think so. Yeah, I agree. The eyebrows were definitely like perfect, looking as if they were done at a certain point in time. Most women are 5'6" statistically. I could agree. I could agree with that. Yesterday on JLR, they did side by side pics of Nanos looking like the perp. Why does a Hispanic mean burglary? Kuna says Monk's theory is porch guy was covered up and disabled the cam and took off his or mask and knocked at the door. Nancy may have been awake. Yeah, because remember on the initial approach, it looked like he was going to knock. And if it is true, based on me yesterday, I had a few who were tuned in. I was trying to figure out whether or not really we what we were seeing was actually what we were seeing, which we thought that we saw a leg along with a foot walking by at the time the perp was putting that strub over the ring camera. And if that's the case, maybe at that time that he was covering up that camera, that's when that person may have knocked. But we are fully aware that at that point in time, the mask was not removed. There is a possibility that shortly after that camera was covered, whoever that was behind the mask may have removed their mask, or whoever they were with uh, was already without a mask, and that person with the strub may have walked away for the time being. And then once Nancy realized who it was, and then at that point she opened the door. But even if it was perhaps Tommaso, for me personally, I don't know if I would feel comfortable opening the door, at 2 in the morning, or let's just say it was a family friend, or one of the workers that came by, which would make it even more odd. I don't know. I just don't know that I would open the door for somebody at 2 in the morning or whatever time it was. We just know it was late. It's just weird because it wouldn't be likely for anybody in the family to come by that late. So, what would really have led Nancy to open up that door? I don't know if Nancy actually opened up the door. Much love, Roxy. I appreciate the love and support. Says hit that like button. Let's see if we can get this video to 1,000 likes tonight. Jones says, let me know when you have watched the video. You will be blown away. Please share with your followers. It needs a bigger audience so this case can be cracked. What video? Did you send me a video? We're excited to watch it. That's for sure. If you sent me a video, I will go watch it in a hurry. If you're talking like that, it sounds like it may be something that we just need to see right now. Hey, I love the fact that you're supporting me, Roxy. Thanks a lot. It means a lot and it goes a long way. A Hope says that's notification would have gone to Annie and Tommaso. What do you think, right? But I don't think so, because maybe they had cameras of their own. So I don't know that you could be logged into two different Nest applications. If so, let's just guess that Annie and Tommaso had a Nest camera as well, and they're the ones that recommended to get that specific camera for Nancy. But let's just say they also had a Ring camera, which I'm not certain they do. But I don't think that you could have both apps running at under two different accounts. But it doesn't mean that Annie can't have one under her name, or Tommaso have the account open on his device, and then Annie have her account, Nancy's account open on hers. It's There's just so many things that's very easy to overthink. I try not to overthink things that could be easy to overthink, and I try to keep it more simple, because then I find myself overthinking other things even more. Hey, Chris Lynn, thanks so much for the $20 super chat. She says, so nice of you, Juice, to be out at Nancy's on Mother's Day. I try, guys, and I love and enjoy being here. So for me, it's just another day. Although we do look at these days, as I still do, I still look at it as a special day. But as we get older, you know how these days become to us, and they're normal days. Hey, he said peace. We we don't let these days have as much effect on us sometimes as they used to. But this day is a really special day, so it's kind of tough, especially when you got a lost mother. That's when the day becomes more difficult to deal with. But depending on what you got going on, for me, it's just a normal day, another day in the neighborhood for me. Maheen says, sad there's no special message on media from Savannah and the family. You would think, right? And it's almost bothering, guys. It almost is, but it's like, you know what? I have to. I tell myself every time, I'm like, you know what, Juice, you have to understand what they have going on. You can't just, assume, it's bad on their behalf, or look at them in any type of way based on, you doing it the way you do it. We all do things differently, guys. We do. So we can't just assume that, because the way you do it, they got to do it that way. So I don't know, guys. It just depends on how everybody looks at it. But it definitely would have been nice to hear from them. It would have been nice to see the family come out and pay their respects, kind of as people are doing. Seems like everybody's having like a happy day. I feel like a lot of people seem like they're happy today. I honestly, all the people that have passed by have seemed like they've had a good day. Just just the fact that they're waving, because some of these people I've seen pass by and they don't really wave. They don't really, take the time and day to wave at all. So nice. How you doing? But yeah, we got some people stopping by. Looks like they're taking some photos and just dropping off some flowers. Not sure if they're locals though. Set the camera up so you guys can, so you guys don't have to deal with me wiggling this thing everywhere. So y'all can really see what's going on without all the movement. Here comes Sue yelling. She better not come down on this day. That would be frustrating because she understands how special this day is. I don't know if Sue Ellen's a mother, but she understands that it's a special day. Oh, it's a tough situation, guys. I want to let them pay their respects. I don't want to go over there and bother them. Sherry, I watched it last night. If you want to check out the stream last night, I watched it. So, you can check it out. I listened to the conversation that he had with somebody who seemed like they knew Luke very well as Matt. And then another gentleman as well. Sherry says, just watch Sue's Intuition last stream. He had Amanda on and a lot more clues to the case. Yeah. And I think it reminded me of Criminal Network because Criminal Network was saying that he still believes that it's Luke. He thinks that Luke was somehow let off the hook and overlooked. Personally, for me, I'm not looking past Luke at all. Not at all. I've never overlooked Luke. I really haven't necessarily thought it was him. Maybe all for a couple of days, maybe a week at the longest, but I never really actually stayed stuck on Luke thinking it was Luke. I think what did it for me also is when he came out on the news station and cleared his name. But there were a lot of things that I felt like Luke lied about, and especially his mom as well. Not only that, I don't know. Luke, he just wasn't, it didn't seem like he was just being honest. And what was questionable to me was he chose a small platform to clear his name when I'm sure Brian Intent or anybody on a bigger platform or a much bigger channel would have loved to interview Luke at that time. And then another thing that made me not overlook Luke that I want to bring to you guys' attention was that swollen hand, guys. The swollen hand had me on Luke for at least a week. Like, you know what? Why is his hand swollen? Like, this might just be our guy. There's a big possibility that Luke might just be it. So I will always forever keep Luke in the loop. As of right now, I don't feel like Luke was the porch guy though, although he was one of the closest looking to the perp. But I just don't certainly feel as though Luke is our guy. Another thing is in the interview, I was trying to read his personality, and he just seems like and I don't mean this in the wrong way, but he seems like a soft guy. But you never know, guys. There's a lot of people out there who come off that way, and at night, especially to somebody vulnerable like Nancy and a lot older, you know, there's guys out there that are like Luke that are monsters. So I mean, it's difficult. It's difficult because you just never know who it might be. But his personality didn't give me that type of monster vibe, or yeah, I don't know. Something didn't add up for me. Whether Luke is involved or not, that's another question. I felt like there's a big possibility that Luke could still be involved somehow, some way. Um, and when Amanda had came out and she talked to, when Amanda came out and she had talked to Sleuth Intuition last night, she said that they got in trouble for smoking dope in an abandoned bathroom, or not a bathroom, at an abandoned house in this neighborhood. And I don't even know which neighborhood, which part of the neighborhood she's talking about, that she was in an abandoned home, or that Luke and Matt, I believe it was Luke and Matt were in an abandoned home. I'm not too sure, the name. I think it was Matt, if I remember correctly, but I don't know which home she was talking about, because we got an abandoned house that way. Several abandoned homes out here. Several. There's a lot. And then down this way, there's another abandoned home at the end of the road there, which whichever way we walk, we'll see one of those right now. But I that really struck me in a different way when I heard that. I didn't know Luke and them were even in the neighborhood that close to Nancy at all. I thought that they lived close, but they, weren't, ever in this area. But after I heard that, that really made me think a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie. I believe that's who the lady's name, that spoke to Sleuth Intuition last night. Here, I'll play a little bit of it since we got more of you guys tuned in uh, right now than I did last night. I went live pretty late last night, so I'll play a little bit of it. We won't listen to the whole thing, but they did have a conversation, and it was interesting. Right across from Nancy's. That's Eric Callum. Those little tidbits. And she knew everything she was talking about. Piece together. Yeah, so that house that's diagonal to the right across from Nancy's, that's Eric Callum's house. Yeah, I went into that home, the one that didn't have a roof for a long time. Is that the one you're talking about? There's two of them diagonal from each other. One of them is Kansas, one of them is Callum's. Callum can't afford to finish fixing the house the way it's supposed to be fixed. That's why it's abandoned. Luke was caught in there. It wasn't with Kayla. It was with some other girl. I don't remember her name, but I will find out. They got drug charges for that? They don't really charge you like that for smoking. I mean, if you get caught trafficking or something, yeah, but this is Arizona. It's like a slap on the wrist, if that. All right. Did you know William Webby? Real quick, that guy I passed the other day, he said he's not from the neighborhood, but he might not be telling the truth. Who knows? He walks around doing exercises in sandals. I don't know which house she's talking about, though, guys. I don't know which house is Eric's. It's either this one or the one at the top. Otherwise, she's talking about the abandoned home down here, is what I'm assuming. I'm not too sure which home. Kayla's husband, the guy who got charged for smuggling people. Wait, William? Yeah, Bill Webby. Will Webby. Bill, okay. Not even think. I don't know if it's William, but I know a Bill, but they're not really married to each other. She's married to Chad. Chad who? What's Chad's last name? His name? No, I don't think she took his last name. I'll find out, because I don't think she took his last name, because Bill is Day. And her maiden name, I believe, is Amiris. How do you say that? But anyway, that was a lady that Sleuth Intuition talked to, that seemed like she knows the family very well. That surrounds Luke, and she knows that Luke has a record. She seems like she has a lot of information about Luke's record, his background, whatever. So that was her. And I guess I could kind of play a little bit of the beginning so you guys can hear how she kind of started off, which was it was weird. It was weird for her to come speak out. I don't know what made her speak out now when she's had plenty of time to speak up and say something about Luke, especially during that time. I don't know why she didn't just come out and just simply say something when he was detained, just outside of the Clovers right here down the way. Why not say something then? Why is she waiting so long to speak up and say something? Maybe she's tried and no one gave her the time of day, for all we know. You're a little quiet, but I don't know if you can get closer to the mic or turn it in. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I can hear you fine. I think they're going to struggle to hear you. Okay, hold on. Welcome on, by the way. Thanks for calling in. Thank you.
Um, I'm just going to let you guys know Matthew and Luke don't even talk. I don't know who said that Luke.
Hopefully, you guys can hear it, by the way.
Because he absolutely was not. And if you knew what he did, you guys would be like, what in the hell? He's like raises billions of dollars for the medical marijuana. I can give you the actual name.
No, I have it.
Oh, okay.
I have all that information. Yeah.
You know, he has his degree in psychology. Do you have his pictures? Because I have. Okay. So he's like, they don't even speak.
Well, I mean, he was.
We're gonna take a quick walk, folks.
Luke and his mom both admitted it. Matt was detained during the search of the Tucson home.
What's going on in chat? What did I miss, chat? Did we miss something in the chat there? Something about local, some turning up information. I'm sorry, I was trying to get ready to take a walk real quick.
Well, them two were adopted. The other two are foster.
Hopefully, I don't lose y'all. We're gonna go this way because this way, it's just. Let me pause this real quick. We're gonna take a walk this way because we tend to lose service when we go that way. So we'll take a walk in this direction here. We got the phone cooler, so I'm guessing I'm assuming we won't overheat. It's going to be tough to hold all of this stuff at the same time, but I'll try my best because we got quite a few stuff in my hand and on my back, so it's going to be challenging.
Vehicle in the driveway, but technically I don't.
But I'll play a little bit of this for you guys just real quick.
We're going to play the video where they talk about who was detained and who was in town. But I want you to speak your piece and all that before we get into this.
In middle school, he was the worst on our swim team. By high school, he was number one. He also has a degree in psychology.
Makes sense, right? Both parents.
Yep. He was the good one. Now, if you had said that it's like Clay and Luke, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that's possible. With either one of them. But not.
So who's Clay?
Clay is the one that has the house. His mother has a house directly across.
Take a little walk for Nancy.
Directly across from Nancy. And he has previous kidnapping charges involved with some very not nice people.
So wait, you're saying that Luke and Clay are connected?
Oh, yeah, them two are friends. Them two are, I won't say friends, I'll say acquaintances for sure. Absolutely.
And Clay's his last name, right?
Clay is Crouch. Yep.
Clay Crouch is his full name?
Yep. Who's
actually, we talked about Clay Crouch.
Yeah, he's actually sitting in federal prison right now. But there's two people that went in with him that has already been released.
Okay, so you think Clay might have something to do with this, him and Luke possibly?
I would put it past him.
Wow.
But definitely not Matthew, is what you're saying.
In my opinion, absolutely not.
What makes you think he wasn't in Tucson? You said you could prove that. That's important.
Because Matthew was at a gala for Maggie's place.
Okay, and you can prove that? Can you email that to me?
I can. I just need to get an email from you.
Sleuthintuition@gmail.com.
I hope you guys can hear that. I'll go back a little bit. So I was trying to adjust the camera here. But this is an important part, and then we'll end it here.
Very not nice people.
So wait, you're saying that Luke and Clay are connected?
Oh, yeah, them two are friends.
Oh.
Them two are, I won't say
I think we passed the abandoned home here.
And Clay's his last name, right?
Clay is Crouch. Yep.
Clay Crouch is his full name.
We
talked about Clay Crouch.
Yeah, he's actually sitting in federal
We
prison
passed
right
it.
now.
No, we didn't. We passed. I think it's further down here.
That has already been released.
Okay, so you think Clay might have something to do with this, him and Luke possibly?
I would put it past him.
But definitely not Matthew, is what you're saying.
In my opinion, absolutely not.
What makes you think he wasn't in Tucson? You said you could prove that. That's important.
Because Matthew was at a gala for Maggie's place.
Okay, and you can prove that? Can you email that to me?
I can. I just need to get an email from you.
Sleuthintuition@gmail.com. Yeah, let's get his alibi out there. And I like the information that you're providing.
How you guys doing?
What's Christopher's full name? Do you know? We're not trying to accuse anybody. We just want to look at everyone. I mean, we even looked at Annie,
D-O-R-E-Y.
So I don't know if she's talking about this house at all, but they were referring to the house on the hill. So I'm assuming it wasn't this house, but she did say that Luke, at one point in time, got in trouble somewhere in the neighborhood, which is like, I'm assuming they were saying that that was pretty close to Nancy's house. So, but this is one of the closest abandoned homes, and this is the one where I got in trouble for using that porta potty. Well, I didn't get in trouble, but the sheriff department had came out because somebody reported me going in there and using that bathroom. So I'm assuming somebody saw me in either this house over here or the house next door. But from what I heard, we had got permission to use that porta potty, so I don't know what the real big issue was. But anyway, that's Sleuth Intuition. Shout out Sleuth Intuition. If you want to go check that phone call out, feel free to go just type that in and it should come right up. That's his most recent live, I believe, if you want to hear that call. I don't know what's going on in the chat with Joan, but Joan, feel free to reach out through me through email. I think you were saying you sent me something through email. Let me look at that right now because I'm thinking you were trying to. I think you've been telling me, and I apologize. I got the whoever this person is who's under the name of Sue Ellen. It says that I was supposed to receive the vest. I did. I got a vest. We had got two, so I think one other person actually got me the vest. Thank you so much for that vest. So we have two of them, and I got them both. Thank you a lot. And this is the one that I have on right now. But they're both the same color, both identical vests, same exact one as the other one that came. So thank you a lot for whoever the person is under the Sue Ellen. I don't think that's actually Sue Ellen, but thank you for the vest. I appreciate it. Big salutes to those of you guys coming through on the Amazon wish list. Hey, I couldn't thank you guys enough. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have had an Amazon wish list. It was because of you guys that I had one. I would have never came to mind. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm here for that, but if you guys have ideas, I'm willing to do them based on what the people in the chat would like. And it helps the channel. It helps me maintain a good healthy stream. As you can see, we haven't overheated because thanks to Camper Lady, she got us a cooling fan for the phone. It's in the back. It's dope. It's dope, guys. It's a really really good fan. And you believe it or not, this thing is ice cold. Ice cold. This thing works like a champ. You just keep it in the back. It's like a magnet. You guys wouldn't believe how great this is working so far. I mean, I've had yet the phone overheat one time. So thanks to you guys for that Amazon wish list. It was great, and it's only for things that it's only for the stream. So hey, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. It's not for personal items for myself. It's whatever surrounds crime that'll help us not only quality wise, but just maintain out here in general. Like the light, Camper Lady had got that on the Amazon wish list. As you can see, it's getting dark out here. The light is great. It's awesome, and we'll use it in a minute because we're gonna need it. But that thing lights up like a champ. It does. Keep this camera out front so we can see the traffic passing by here. To Joan, I don't know your name on the email here. I want to send the right one. Maybe we got another Sue Ellen and her name is just the same from Maryland. Thank you so much for the vest, though, Sue Ellen. Couldn't thank you enough. Chelsea, I think, had sent me something, and I didn't quite catch what that was. I'm looking at it right now as we speak. And I think she might have been trying to show me something on a picture of what possible car that we think may appear in that front yard. Thank you for that picture. Yeah, it's tough to make out exactly what type of vehicle that is. It really is. I thought it was a truck. Originally, I thought it was a car. And then looking back after somebody said it was a car, Yeah. Oh, you're good. I'm live right now on YouTube. Are you sure? I can mute it if you'd like. Okay. All right. I'll be out for a little while longer in front of Nancy. Not sure what that was about, folks. She said she wanted to ask me a question once I was done with my conversation. Maybe I shouldn't have told her that I was live. But apparently the neighbor wants to talk to me. Maybe she'll come back another time. I won't not be live when she comes back. So I guess she's never going to ask me the question because I won't not be live. Maybe she'll be back at Nancy's when we get back. We got to hurry back now, should we? Maybe she won't. I don't know. I might need to put this fan in my bag because I don't have enough cord on it, and I might get more extension on that if I put it in my backpack. Maybe not. That was interesting. Juice, what is your address to send something? I can't find it in the description or more. It should be there, guys. It should be there. Um, you can maybe email me. That's in the description too. I don't have like an address that you can send. I don't have like a PO box if that's what you're talking about. I haven't got that, but hopefully soon I'll get that. I don't feel like we need that though. I'm not that big of a channel. I don't think I have that many people sending gifts and whatnot, but I guess you never know, right? But if you look at the channel and you're watching the video right now, if you're watching from a phone, click more. And then all you have to do is you'll see simply reaction and speculation. Look for that right under likes and the viewer amount. And right under that, it'll kind of have a couple hashtags in reference to Nancy. Right under that, it'll say speculation, simply reaction and speculation. You'll click more, and then you'll scroll down and you'll see everything that you're looking for down there at the bottom there. I don't know if the Amazon thing needs to be updated. I tried to update it yesterday. If it doesn't, you can also click on the channel. That one's the updated one, and go to About Me. So you'll go to my channel there, and you'll click on More. And right next to More would be it says Subscribe, guys. And right next to that, it says More. Just click on that, scroll down, and you'll see the link there. It's a nice little walk, folks. Joan, I'm going to look for your message. I apologize for the wait. I was trying to read a couple other people's emails along the way. Again, I don't see yours. There you are. So apparently, whatever she sent me says, when it all lines up, revealing shocking discovery of Nancy Guthrie Case, this will change your whole direction in this case. Watch it all. It is not AI. She is a bit out there, but spot on. Check it out. I've seen this lady before, and she's done really good comparisons, by the way. It goes by the name of True Crime. So I'll probably skip it up here just to see what you're talking about. There's that other abandoned house.
Facial features, and I have lips. And what we're going to do is we have their lips, and we're going to walk it back, and I'm going to let you see what you think. I can even make it a little bigger, maybe.
She's good at that. I'm trying to figure out how we do stuff like that.
There you go. All right, we're going to walk it back. So we're going to go to only the mask.
It's going to be glary, guys, because that thing's in the way.
The shape of the lips. And now we're going to go the other way, nice and slow until we have the person's lips and no mask. Right here, right here, right here. Starting to see because the lips are not finished on the perp. And so you can see if the lips were finished on the perps, the extension, how it would fit. Like, let's leave it there for a minute. So in other words, what I'm saying is the perp's lips stop right here because there's a glove in the way. However, when we're transitioning, you can see this perp's lips come up like this. And if they did continue, this person's lips would fit the continuation extremely well. Even the bite mark where the lips are together even does it. You feel what I'm saying now? So I'm going to take it all away so you can see. And you can see if we could extend the person's lips that I'm showing you fit exactly without a hiccup, that they fit. And that is interesting, right? Let me take that all off. And let's go back. We'll bring that all the way back up to the person's lips. Now I have some much things I never showed you before that's going to blow your mind. I did the ears. I did the face mapping of measurements. I got this so deep. Okay. So are you seeing this?
People are saying they can't see anything at all. We'll try it right now when we get back. Because I know it's tough to see for a lot of you guys due to see my fan light just green. A lot of people are saying that that's AI, Joan. I'm not too sure what she's using. I preferably would use Adobe Pro so that way I'm converting the actual original video to whatever we're trying to convert it to. I just don't know if that's really AI or not, or what she's using to say, guys. So I really can't confirm whether or not she's using AI. It doesn't say. If you guys are having a tough time seeing it, I apologize. I was just trying to share that for Joan because she said it would change our perspective. But don't worry, we'll watch it again, and we'll see what that lady comes up with. I did like her first comparison. I'm not gonna lie. And originally, when I first watched her, it didn't look like it was AI the first time I saw that. She did a comparison, which was the very first time that we had that video of the suspect on Nancy's porch. So I don't know. It might have been just me, Juice. Yeah, I mean, hey, Canada, thanks for stopping by. She says hi, just jumping in. Happy Mother's Day to your mom, to all chapters. Mom, happy Mother's Day to Nancy. Thank you just for being out there. Bring Nancy voice. Bring Nancy's voice. You're amazing. Much love. Appreciate you too, Alley Cat. Just take a picture of the ants. You want to see a picture of the ants? I mean, I could show you guys when I get back. I'll put the light on it if you really want to see the ants. That airplane way up there. True crime. I mean, that lady seemed like she knows what she's doing for the most part. I've seen her do stuff like that. For the most part, to me, it seemed like she knew what she was doing the first time. But again, I don't know if that's AI or not, folks. It didn't look like it was, though. Wow, getting all kinds of goodies through your channel, solving crime. Say what? So confused, Sonny. I'm so confused. Law enforcement does not want nor they can use any videos altered online from evidence or for probable cause for a warrant. Why would they? I mean, because they're using all the technology in the world to help them out. And you heard Cash Patel, he said he was using AI, and that does a whole lot of stuff. So that particular video that we were watching right now came out looking like Savannah. Is that why there's been a lot of people asking me to put Savannah next to the perp? I'm guessing that's why some people were reaching out like, hey, put Savannah next to the perp. Love the walk. Look at that sunset, guys. A beautiful walk. It's a beautiful walk, beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm gonna sit right here real quick because I want to put my charger pad in my backpack and pull my flashlight out because we're gonna need it right now. We'll get a good look at the sunset for a moment here. Give me 1 second, folks. Let's hope we got enough extension on this. Let me get my hotspot on, folks. Hold on. All right, I think we're good. One moment, folks. Trying to find my source of light, my other source of light here. Almost there, almost there. I like that tree. It's a nice tree. It's not bad at all. Nice little sunset, too. Nice little view. Not bad at all. Trying to get us set up with some light here so when we're walking right now, we got light out here. That way we're able to see what's in front of us while we're walking, folks. Yeah, I don't see my other clip, so it's looking like this isn't going to work very well for us, is it? How can such a beautiful surrounding hide such ugliness? Man, what a good comment. I like that. I like the way you put that. This light just won't stay on my, I don't know how I got it the first time, but now the light just won't stay. But originally I was able to get this light on here right the first time. And now, for whatever reason, we can't get it to stay no more. I don't want to put it on the phone because I'm too worried about it breaking while we're walking, but I'm going to try it anyway. I think I cracked my screen even more, so not a good idea. Bear with me, folks. We're going to start walking here in just a second. Trying to make sure we have some light, but it's not working out in my favor tonight, is it? Oh, I'm over it. I am over it. Looks like that sun has went down for the most part. So no more sunset for us. We got to keep moving. It's getting dark. All right. Let's hope our light stays. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it does, it does. We got to move. Well, I enjoyed that while it lasts, folks. I am truly amazed how great this phone cooler is working and has been keeping the phone going, and truly blessed. I feel truly blessed. I do. Just to have you guys all here on this lovely day with me is a blessing. Taking this walk with me, hey, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. If there's one thing that I could say I've been wanting to do more in life is take walks. I mean, I haven't got to do that as much as I'd like to do it. I just know how healthy it is and how good it is mentally. It's like therapy. Taking walks is it's like therapy. So it's nice to get out here and walk around for a little bit. Let me see what we look like right now, guys. I feel like I look pretty stupid because I have a bunch of lights going on and people are looking at me like, Juice, what are you doing? The light isn't even on correctly. I just look at that. I just stuck it on there and it's not even on right. I don't even know how to put this light on. So I got this thing on my so we could have some type of light while we're walking, but it won't stay on my phone. It won't stay anywhere. So I really don't have anywhere specifically to put it. So I was trying to keep it put, but I'm just gonna take it off because it's not working for me. That way I don't have to hold the actual flashlight while we're walking, but unfortunately I don't know how to get this thing on. I've never ever worn one of these before. So I really don't know how it's supposed to go on there, like at all. Juice, is the light on? No light on yet. I'm trying to get it put down so we have light. I'm trying to get the light stay some sort of light here. But it's not too dark yet. I'm sure you guys can see everything. We're right here on the side of the road right now, headed back to Nancy's. Alicia, thanks for becoming a platinum member. Shout out Alicia, becoming a member to the channel here. Welcome to the family, Alicia. Wow, God bless you. I'm gonna try to put this light on one more time, and if I can't get this on correctly, I give up. I truly just simply give up here. Tell you one thing, people definitely can see me with this vest on. They're going right around me, which is a great thing. It's just I simply don't know how this light is supposed to go. I think I might have got it, guys. Hold on. Well, for the most part, we got a light on top of our head, so yeah, let's keep it moving. And we got our other flashlights, so we're good. We'll keep this light on over our head because it's gonna get dark here, and I need all the light that I could possibly have. You guys can't see me; you're gonna be blind to me, but it's all right. We won't be looking at me anyways. Bright light. It's not really that bright. Is the flashlight? I'm gonna pull that out in a second though, so we can make sure we're seen out here. I really like taking these walks in the dark though. Like if it was up to me, I would walk around during the night. I think I just saw a shooting star. I wish you guys caught that. We could have all made a wish together. Anywho, right now we don't even need the light, so we'll leave it off. We got the infrared on, and we'll leave it off for now anyway. Signs are still in place right here. Still no parking. I wonder if we get a new sheriff that'll change once we get a new sheriff in office. I don't mind we're gonna get a new sheriff. I truly think we're gonna get a new sheriff. But that's just me though. Some people would argue that Sheriff Nanos is gonna stay. in office, but I disagree. I think he'll be gone in over the course of the next couple of months, if not less than that. But only time will tell. Walk around and run in a cactus? Yeah, we hope not, but it happens in time, folks. Many things will change if we get a new sheriff, though, guys. I don't know what I missed with chat, but let me try to catch up a bit here. We're currently walking back to Nancy's, which shouldn't take us long because we're not that far. We took like maybe about a mile walk away from Nancy's. Can we pass by A's tonight? If I have time, it depends on what time my girlfriend arrives. We'll go by. I'm not certain that we'll have time to make it over there and Tomaso's, but if we don't, we'll make sure we'll make an appearance tomorrow. Because you never know. You never know. There might be something going on over there. It wouldn't hurt to stop by there. But I know time isn't on my side today. So, um, but if I do find the time to go over there, we'll stop by. That would be a really good idea, actually. Who knows? They could be having a get together over there, right? They could actually be doing something for Nancy for all we know, and we just don't know because we haven't over there. There's only one way to find out. Can you only be on YouTube for a certain length of time? I think you can go for as long as you want, really. Most people end the live in 12 hours after 12 hours and then restart. But personally, I think I've been live before a long, long time ago for more than 12 hours. But that might have changed over time. I think 12 hours, it probably will either reset or it'll probably just end on its own. I don't know exactly what it does. You would have to look that up. Um, I don't know that I'll be doing any 12-hour streams to find out. So I'm not too sure. Good question, though. Guys, if I missed your email and you reached out through email and you wanted to share something with me, feel free to share it. I'll take a look once we get back to Nancy's. I'm looking right now. I don't see any emails. Joan, I'll continue watching that video just because I personally like Lady. I think that she does definitely come up with some. That looks like a really, that sky looks nice. Let's get our light going. Oh, look at that bird. Flew right over us. Must be a good sign. Look at him. He's flying all around us. Couple of them. Maybe they're trying to tell us something. Maybe they're taking us somewhere. Should we follow birds? It's almost like the birds were like, over here, Troy. Come over here, Juice. I want to show you something. Right over there in that on that house over there. Interesting. I really like the lights on this driveway every time I pass by here. It gets me every time. A lot of birds flying around right here. He keeps flying over here. It's pretty cool. It's interesting. Probably to eat something. Yeah, maybe so. Not sure. Juice, run. They're going to eat you. Ah, come on. Barbara, you are welcome in. Too much. I must have missed something. Sorry. Wrong one. Wrong chat. Rather wrong chat. I think they're talking to one another. Didi says so. No one gives to the juice because he's black. You'll always donate to the white and the Mexicans. I don't look at it that way. I think people will always come through and support, whether it's whatever it is. I really don't. I don't really care at all. Um, and I don't think it has anything to do with race, but you never know. I guess you never know. But for me personally, I don't think like that, and I don't think that at all. No hawks. Those things look like they were just about as big as hawks, almost. Not quite though. I'm just reading comments as I go because I can't go back up on the comments, so that's why I read the comment. Thanks a lot, TS. I'm not trying to really pick and choose what comment. I'm kind of I even just read a comment just before that somebody was talking to somebody on. So I'm just reading comments along the way. It's kind of hard to read the chat as much as I'd like while I'm walking because I'm trying to stay focused on what I'm seeing in front of me to keep an eye on my surroundings at the same time. So I'm just reading comments. I can't scroll back up because my hands are full as well. So I think there's somebody behind me too, but just reading comments. No particular reason. And I think it's good to know that I don't feel like I don't get a certain amount of donations because of my race. We can't think like that, guys. We got to stay positive. Can't think like that at all. I'm not someone who thinks like that though. Everyone's different though. And especially for somebody saying something negative or saying something that I find negative, if I could change their mind, I'll try. I'll definitely give them a different point of view, and sometimes that helps change people's perception. But maybe not in this case. Can't hear me? Should be able to hear me loud and clear. I hope so. But we're gonna go over here and sit down anyway. So or get situated. Maybe if my ride's not here yet, I think my girl might be here. So we might be taking off here, folks. Oh, never mind. Nope, ride's not here. I thought that was her. Somebody flashed me, so usually she flashed me when she pulls up. I think we'll be here at least 30 more minutes because we agreed to about 8 or 8:30. So whenever she makes it, she makes it. I'm not in a rush to leave. Can't hear me clear? It's okay because we're almost back to Nancy. So if you can't hear me clearly, it's all right because I'm gonna get closer to the mic in just a second. Almost there anyway. It's like somebody's stopping by right here. It's like somebody might have got out just now too. Maybe they're leaving some flowers or something. I just want to take a picture. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. How you doing? I'm all right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Want some light on that thing? We're local. It's crazy. It's home hard, huh? Yeah, it's a tough situation. My mother thinks it was real fun. Yeah. Think they'll crack the case at some point in time? I think there's a better chance that they find the people that did it. I don't think they'll find the body. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably what they're focused on more so than finding Nancy at this point. Yeah. The body is long gone, I think. Yeah. So you don't think that guy will tell him where she is? Yeah. It's tough. I feel like it's more than one person, or you feel like it's. I think from what I've
or my opinion, it's at least 2 to 3 people. No more than 3, but it wouldn't just be one person.
Yeah.
There's a driver.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I was just gonna ask you that too. You think it's
I
two
think-
two people,
I
one
think-
driver, totaling 3?
I think there's 3 people. If I was a better man, I'd say 3.
Yeah, I agree.
2 would even be like, it's a 2, you know,
Yeah,
but like that blood spatter they found up there, like right by her doorstep.
yeah,
At that point, I think she, my opinion, already had pretty much passed away.
yeah. You think they went out through the front or they went through the
No,
back?
I think because what I've been told, I mean, I'm not gonna walk up there, but that
Yeah,
the back doors to her pool, I think that's where they initially gained entry.
yeah. On the backside right here is
Yeah.
that back gate that they said that was left propped open using those flower bases.
Yeah.
Which kind of misleads everybody to believe that they went out the back, but I think they went out the front. It just sounds more logical to me, and it's easier. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a longer trip from that back door to where the car was probably parked. But I think the car was parked where you guys are.
I could see that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's easy to hide it. Like that's with my lights off. You never see it.
yeah, you can't even see. You can, I mean, with
Okay.
light reflection,
You're right,
because my
because
lights on. But
it's not even dark, so it's gonna be way darker.
yeah, it's not completely dark yet. Yeah,
You're right. Actually, you're right. I think they gained initial entry from the back, but the car was parked in the front.
yeah. I feel like I see a car in the video. I keep messing with the contrast and stuff, trying to bring it more to life. But in the video, I think I see a car literally parked in the driveway, though, just slightly, not like all the way, but just as like if you guys were to pull in just a little bit right there, I think that's where that car was parked at. But I could be wrong.
What are your theories? Do you think we'll ever find it?
I think if they find the perp, I don't see there being no reason why he wouldn't tell them where Nancy's at. I think that they would find Nancy, yeah, once they find the perp. I mean, especially if he has nothing else to lose. If he's, why not? But depending on what they did with the body, though. So
You think it was just a kidnapping gone bad?
I think it was family related, just because you don't pick a house. You just don't randomly pick a house and just know that there's just one old lady living in it. And then if you consider her not coming outside very much due to the fact that Savannah said she could only walk to the mailbox on a good day.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way that they were able to tell whether or not, there was one or more people living here.
Yeah. And they knew how to trip up her security. They knew about it was people that knew her.
Yeah,
for been around the house before.
For sure. It's one or the other. Either someone who's been around the house, or 3, family friend, or just someone in the family. Yeah.
Like you can't navigate it.
And you're not gonna come here when it's that dark in the middle of the night, not knowing the layout of the property.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I mean, it's hard enough to access it with the GPS. Like,
Yeah, you'll get lost in here real quick. If you don't know this place, you definitely.
no.
Walking through it.
I even think that they even knew that she probably didn't lock the door tonight.
Especially that back door, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think me and her have talked to her. I think they probably had either broken in before or basically rehearsed what they were going to do.
Yeah. I think there's definitely parts of whatever happened here that night was definitely staged for sure.
Yeah.
But I think also a lot of it could have been luck too, but who knows,
Yeah.
But whoever this was, I called it in the beginning because a lot of people were saying that he's an amateur, like he didn't know what he was doing. He definitely knows what he's doing for sure.
These weren't amateurs.
No, not at all.
No, it doesn't make national news. You don't like none too.
So
Yeah,
I mean, they cut her Wi-Fi. She had a light that went in the back that popped up somebody's back there.
that floodlight.
They cut that out.
Yeah,
Calling them amateurs is like, no, these people knew what the hell they were doing.
yeah.
I'm not saying they're professional kidnappers, but they knew with her. Well, I'm saying they knew at least with her what they were doing.
Yeah, and then how ironic, it's a famous, she has a famous daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's just, yeah.
Where they will cover it.
It's still questionable to me sometimes if whether I believe it was money or it's just for Pain. I really honestly think it was for pain. I don't know why I don't think the ransom was real.
I don't think it was. Yeah, I think either Savannah, her brother, or somebody in the family they pissed off or got, and this was like their punishment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all three of us. I at least like if that's like the worst thing you do is harm your parents.
Yeah.
Why is it?
Not an old lady. It's crazy. Usually it's a kid or
Yeah.
somewhere maybe around our age. But an old lady is just crazy.
But I don't think it was just, oh, we're gonna kidnap her because she has money and her daughter's famous. Her daughter's been famous for over a decade.
Yeah.
They would have done it like this is way deeper rooted than that.
Had to be.
And I don't think they did it for the money. I think they did it because they're trying to hurt whoever, Nancy or somebody in the family.
Yeah.
So.
Well, probably the people already got paid. If it wasn't like they got paid in some capacity.
So you guys don't like, you guys believe there's no possibility that it could be Annie and Tommaso, the daughters, well, one of the daughters of Nancy? Not at all.
No,
I thought about that. I think.
I
Yeah.
put it this way: if they arrested you and her siblings, I know they've been cleared. I wouldn't be that surprised.
So you don't agree with them being cleared either?
No.
I don't either. Yeah.
That's just it. I think it could be what everyone's going to look so that it's like, hey, live life as normal. I'm like watching.
Yeah.
Or they haven't. The siblings haven't been fully transparent with their lives to the FBI.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
If they already have this thing about it.
I don't know. So you feel like the FBI knows something right now? You think they got something together? They're just trying to land their plane for the most part to seal the deal.
but also, I mean, I think the whole situation's. I don't think the sheriffs and the FBI were ever in sync.
No, never.
Because they initially said, you're all good. You can walk around here. And then they close it off again. And then egos got involved. They're like, why would you?
Yeah, they say it was a crime scene for about 38 hours or so. Yeah. And then they called off the search less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
Which is two questionable things. I mean, there was no hurry to release the house back to the family because no one else lives here. I mean, they had all the time in the world. I think that was like one of the beauties. If you work for law enforcement and this is a crime scene, that's probably one of the best things you could ask for is just having all the time in the world for something so critical like this. I mean,
that's even more so because they're able to keep their head throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like the calm, like they needed to be calm to get this done right, and they were able to.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Hours.
Timeline says 41 minutes, but I don't know if that adds up.
If they cut shit out, like you never know.
Yeah.
They could bring it back up for double that.
Sad.
Well, it was nice.
To meet you.
Hey, you guys too. Thanks for stopping by.
What was your name?
I'm Troy, the
Pleasure
juice
to
on
meet you.
YouTube. I always come out
Okay.
here and try to keep, that public awareness out
we
there.
have
Trying to
I
keep
mean-
the case alive,
Well, no. What breaks my heart is we came the first week. You couldn't. I mean, the media, and now
park way down there.
Now
Have you
everybody's
been
gone.
calling so long? Or like,
Day two.
Day
Day
two.
two. I didn't start streaming until probably closer to March,
and
but
what you're on YouTube?
I'm on YouTube. Yeah, I'm always I usually come like 3 or 4 times a week and have a discussion with everybody and try to deliver any little information that I can and even dig up any little information that we possibly can.
Have you walked? Is there a road that way that you can see? I mean, I know it's dark, but that you can see her backyard.
If you take that first right down that street right there, there is a little alley that goes through the back, but I'm not gonna. I don't know if the neighbors. They probably call the police on you because they have these signs up in the back too.
They have what? Yeah.
I thought about it too. I'd probably have to get the neighbor's permission because it's still somebody's property back there too, along with Nancy's.
Another YouTuber, that Brian guy that you're watching.
Yeah, Brian Enton was able to get back there. But he's friends with a lot of these neighbors. He's built a little bit of a relationship with some of these people. So
honestly, I don't even want to step past that because it's like
after we ran into that coyote, that was eerie.
Yeah, because we tried one night. And
it was light outside.
It was light outside.
Yeah,
we had a little dog, and the coyote walked right past us because
didn't even like question it. Like he just kept walking. Saw our dog, saw us.
Some of them run away. Some of them aren't.
Yeah,
they're not scared. Same with the javelinas.
Yeah,
especially when they got the babies with them. They They have no fear at all, for sure.
And then I mean, I want your opinion. I don't think. I think they probably the minute they got out of Tucson, they dumped her body. They weren't going to Mexico.
Where do you think they would have taken it though? I mean, I feel like there's not that many.
Desert out here though.
There is a lot of deserts, but then they would have to bury it, which that takes so much time. You think they would have just left her body in the middle of the desert though?
I mean, I think so because if
Yeah.
she was dead, then the coyotes and everybody else can get her. I think that's why it's gonna be
Tucson.
outside Tucson. Yeah, like people are saying, oh, they took her to Mexico, then dropped the body off. But
Yeah.
the minute you get up, I mean,
There's just there's just so many things to consider though. Like just like for let's just say that they took her because he knew his DNA was going to be left on her
Yeah.
body. I feel like if that were the case, then he'd be taking a risk leaving her body in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know if that. I feel like they made sure that wherever they took Nancy, that she wasn't going to be able to get discovered by anybody unless they knew something. But
do you think their goal was to murder her or just truly kidnap her and then she died?
I think the goal was specifically pain.
Pain.
I just truly don't think that they wanted money.
I don't. Yeah, me either.
I think it was.
National coverage. I mean, was that the
Yeah, I think the ransom
about money.
was a distraction, and I think that's just so common nowadays. Like just the trolls.
Yeah.
Like the trolls are powerful, and people don't really. I don't think people really understand how powerful trolls are nowadays. But
Yeah.
I think that's all that was somebody trying to get some money out of the case. And we went on a whole nother wild goose trail that led us up to another dead end.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
And that's a new car with the reflector.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you notice in the video, that sign's lighting up, but I think with night vision, I think it makes signs light up in the background because I had this theory where I said that maybe that car was on their brake lights when they were parked in the front right here.
Uh-huh.
But it's tough, man. I don't know. You can see all these lights, these house lights in the background if you watch that video.
Uh-huh.
One is that house, and then the one on the right over here, just where you're parked at. But you can't see Sue Ellen. Sue Ellen's the one that would come right down here if she sees you guys parked here and talk her. She'll definitely say something for sure.
She's cool. Yeah.
She's not cool.
She's not.
No. She'll come down and say something. She usually is spot on. As soon as somebody parks here, she's down here in a second. But surprise. No, I mean, she can't. There's nothing she can do but except call the police. But by the time you guys are gone, they'll be gone.
Though.
All they would say is, "Hey, you can't park here." She really thinks that people are going to go to jail because they're parked here. But she's like the enforcer of the neighborhood.
I think it's disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful if you trespass on their property.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I think it's disrespectful with her doing what she's doing. She comes out, takes pictures of your plates, and I think she should just have a little respect for Nancy and due to the fact that people want to come out and pay their respect.
Yeah.
But
we all have good intentions. We just
right, and I think she overlooks that every time. So, but
yeah,
it's tough, man. Hey, well, thank you guys for stopping by. You guys be safe. Cool people, guys. Cool people. We've had a couple people stop by and come out to pay their respects today. Not as many as I thought. I thought there'd be a lot more people coming out to kind of bring some flowers and maybe take a few pictures. But not as active as I thought. Just not as active as I thought. But shouts to those folks coming by and just coming by to check it out. They said that they don't live too far from here. They didn't say that they were from the neighborhood, but they said that they're relatively close to Nancy's over here. So that was cool. Yeah, they had a lot of information as far as like what they know. It seems like they knew pretty much all that I knew about the case for the most part. They've been in tune. They've been watching for a while. I'm surprised Sue Ellen didn't come out and really say anything. Got my chairs right here. I'm gonna probably move them down. Nah, we'll leave them there until my ride gets here, and I'll set up my tripod right here on the road, just right here. And once my ride gets here, we'll just fold those up and skedaddle daddle on up out of here. Somebody said that they wanted me to show them the ants on the ground. I don't know why. There's not really many of them today, right now at least. Unless I put the light down, then that's when they kind of just start coming out of nowhere. But right now, I don't see any ants like crazy like yesterday. So I don't know why somebody wanted to see the ants. Yeah, where is Sue Ellen? Good question. Where is Sue Ellen? Where are you, Sue Ellen? Come on down. Let's chat. I did I did see a coyote the other day, but it was during the daytime, and it didn't seem like the coyote was gonna bother me or anything like that. He just seemed like he was on a mission. But I really don't really see coyotes too often during the night, though, as much as I do in the daytime. But they are out here, you know. From what I've seen, they're not really known to attack people. They're more so known to run away from you more than be a threat or see you as a threat. So come home, Nancy. Bring Nancy home. We missed you, Nancy. The Guthrie family misses you. Your daughters misses you. Your son misses you. Your friends miss you, Nancy. Come home. Like Savannah said, come home, mommy. So sad to see and hear Savannah say that the way she did. It's almost like this particular situation that happened took her back to her childhood. It took her back to those times where you used to call your mom mommy, you know. And I know some people don't ever grow out of that, but it almost felt like it took her back to that, you know. Maybe she does call her mommy on a normal basis. But it just took me back to those times when I used to call my mom mommy. You know, it starts with mommy and then you end up saying ma or mom. I'm so sad at Annie and Tommaso's. Those two cowards are the on. Put it this way, chat. Let's do this real quick. JLR did it the other day. I've done it several times. Let's put a one in the chat if you think it's Annie and Tommaso. Let's put a two in the chat if you think it is not Annie and Tommaso. One, if you still think Annie and Tommaso have a part in this crime, or maybe they did it. Two, if you don't think so. A lot of twos. Remember, two is no Annie and Tommaso. They'd have no role or parts in this crime. One is they do. Um, and I think we it calls for us to do a poll. We got to do a poll, although I can't do it right here. But I think we should do a poll for that. It seems like it's still a majority of the folks that think it's Annie and Tommaso. Three, I don't know what three is. I have no idea. Three means no idea, I guess. We could say three means no idea. A lot of twos though. I think it's a lot of twos too. It seems like it's almost even. Maybe my viewers are just different than most. But I think JLR did it the other day, and most people, he said 80%, if not more, chose Annie and Tommaso to be uh, the ones that have something to do with this, or as far as people thinking they still have something to do with this. Man, that was tough, guys. I don't know. We might have to vote again because I don't know about that one. I'm not certain. Let me get my light real quick over here, folks. We'll put it on the phone because I really can't. I'm tired of holding this light, so we're gonna set this other light up on one of these chairs, so that way we can have some type of light and use this flashlight at the same time. So I'm gonna set this light up here. It's like so, facing the memorial site somehow, some way. And then I'll pick up that light over there so we can look around us and see our surroundings. Seems like to me, like now, at first I'm like, whoa, a whole lot of light. Now I'm just like, man, it's never gonna be enough light. Like we, no matter what, are never gonna have enough light out here. I mean, to light this place up, it's insane. Simply how dark it is out here. It really is. It blows my mind every time. I got to put this light down real quick, guys, so I can set up this tripod so we don't have to hold this for so long because my hand's getting a little tired. So bear with me 1 second. Let's get set up here. Let me get set up real quick. Bear with me. I think we can lose the fan. I don't think we need the phone fan anymore. But my hand is getting awfully tired, folks. I've been holding this tripod for so long. So I got to stand this bad boy up for a moment to get a break here. It was nice to talk to somebody. I felt like I haven't talked to anybody in a while surrounding the case, as far as any locals or anybody who stopped by. So it was nice to have a little conversation with somebody for once. Well, hopefully Nancy is looking down on us. It feels like she's got a very, very lovely memorial site. It doesn't feel like it. I know she does. And I'm hoping that Nancy could see this right now. I think she would love the memorial site from the beginning and up until now. There's some other areas the memorial site covers, as we've seen before on this left side, which it's been awesome. It's been awesome. It's just seeing the growth of the memorial site and how many people have just simply come by. You don't even have to add to the memorial site as far as flowers to make it what it is. You know, it's special. It's more special to me because I've seen just a lot of the things that have gone on around here and how many people really do really care. And it seems like a lot of people really do care about, what's happening here or what's happened. It's very difficult to stand in one spot because I'm holding a light and there are so many bugs just coming right to me, all over me. I'm afraid, like when I'm talking, I had to spit because I feel like a bug just flew in my mouth right now. Hey, good night, TS. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Much love, Camper Lady. I see the hearts there. I appreciate the yellow hearts there in the chat that represent Nancy. Man, So scary out here for a lot of people, huh? But it's so peaceful. I just look left to right, up and down the road sometimes just to see if I see anything like a javelina or a coyote, or even rabbits we'll see. But there's just so many bugs flying up in the air. I'm sure you guys can't really see it, but if you really look, you'll see bugs just kind of flying around everywhere, which makes it difficult. It's gonna be a tough summer out here at Nancy's if we spend a lot more time here. It's gonna be tough to sit out here and not only the heat, but through all of these insects and whatnot. Michelle says Savannah begging for help. Does she not know the sheriff is saying no help needed? I'd be livid and demand he stop. Wow. I like the way you put that. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more with that comment there. DN says if we don't find out, karma will take place. Do you guys believe that the perp is dead? I know a lot of people have been mentioning the fact that there's a big possibility that the perp may just be dead. But I have to disagree with that. I truly don't think that the perp is no longer with us. I think he's listening, and I think he's out there somewhere. Wow, Liz says she thinks the perp is dead. Julie says I have no clue, and this case has done that to us a lot. Just mindfully, we've a lot of us have just been clueless to as of what to think. It's very difficult to, like I've always said, to wrap your finger around what you really think is going on here, what you really think has happened. Doug says, "You send me some heat. It's cold here in upstate." Dang, I wish I could. I wish I could. D Long says, if this was an average Joe citizen and a family member, oh, a little bunny just passed by. They're really rolling around tonight. I feel like that's that. I feel like the bunnies that we're seeing might just be a good sign for us, huh? Look at that. This light is no joke, folks. I've never really seen the bunnies out here at night very much, which is kind of weird. Normally, I only see the bunnies during the day. I think the perp is dead as all for a long time now. It's possible, but I wouldn't want to assume that then. Because look, guys, if you guys are saying the perp is dead and you have a strong belief, for those who have a strong belief that they think the perp is dead, then you do realize you're potentially pretty much kind of letting somebody kind of get away with this even more, due to the fact that you're convincing yourself that the perp is no longer here. So if the perp is no longer here, then there's nothing else. There's nothing else here at this point. Then, because then that would mean that we have nobody to arrest. And also another thing is a lot of us don't believe that one person did this. So that would mean you only think that there's one person that has done this if the perp is no longer alive. But due to the fact that there's more than one person, which is what I believe, then if one is dead, there's still another one out there somewhere. Hey, take care, Brett. Thanks so much for stopping by and tuning in. I believe he was hired and still alive. Yeah. But if we're convinced that the perp is no longer with us, guys, then that would mean that you only think it is one person that is involved. Because if there's another person that is involved, that if there perhaps is another person that is still involved or still involved, it doesn't necessarily mean that that person will get charged with the same, with the same thing as the person that actually did it. I believe they would try to charge that person with the same thing, but it's still accessory to murder or kidnapping, regardless. So it's still not only a federal crime, but it's still a very very big crime that was committed here. So regardless, you know, I truly think that there's someone out there, and I think they're both still alive. And I think that these people are just very smart. Not only smart, but I feel like there's a big possibility due to the fact that they've been so quiet that they could have done this multiple times elsewhere with someone else, or they understand that the FBI really doesn't have anything because, based on my experience, a detective will pull you in a room and interrogate you and act like they have everything that they need to arrest you. And I think that just the silence of the FBI speaks volumes alone based on them probably having something, because they say when the FBI goes quiet, that truly means that they're working on something and they have something. And I just don't feel that way in this case. I feel like they're waiting for someone to either come forward or simply that DNA um, to come back. So I don't know, but you do got to consider those things though. Juice, don't get taken next. Nah, we won't. What I'm trying to not get taken away by these bugs. That's what's bugging me right now. These bugs are just killing me right now because they're just everywhere and I can't get away from them because I have this super, super bright light. So I'm trying to kind of stay actively moving here a little bit. But these bugs have been bothering the crap out of me so far. Such a beautiful memorial site. Just love it. Juice appears a person or a crew was put in place to remove her out of the picture. It's possible. That is very possible. Based on everything that has went on, I truly put nothing past anything, folks. Nothing at all. I mean, these bugs are everywhere. Juice, all those bugs are making me itch. I mean, tell me about it. My goodness. They're just all over me. Then there's one on this dang, I see one on this sign just jumping around. My light is so bright that when I put the light on this sign right here, the light just goes off. See that? And then it comes back on. Pretty cool. Get a yellow bulb and use a ladder. Good idea. But I actually have a light that turns yellow. I just didn't bring it with me. That was the original flashlight we were using initially. So I just don't use it at all anymore. Once we got this light, that's what did it for me. I felt like we didn't need any other light. Will supervisors give Nanos 10 more days? I don't think so. I think we'll have something moving forward after May 10th with Nanos. Alicia says always lock your doors. Yeah, I agree. Angel says you need a bug zapper light. I've never had one of those before. Patriot Pride has some new entertaining video that's out, huh? They got some new entertaining info that they're sharing with everyone. Let's check it out. We'll tune in. Check out Patriot Pride, guys, if you get a chance. They've been awesome. They've been on to some great things. I've been loving and enjoying the channel. They've been awesome. Wow, somebody gifted them 50 memberships. They're insane. Look at that. Whoo! Patriot Pride. Killing it right now. I want to see that real quick to see if what they're pointing out just real quick here. I'll share that with you guys while we're hanging out here.
Used distraction tactics while another individual allegedly removed merchandise from booths or display cases. Several vendors reportedly warned neighboring booths to remain alert for incidents began occurring across multiple locations. So the stolen gold incident. One of the most discussed incidents involving the thief of a rare piece of native gold reportedly displayed in the Riker mount box labeled from the Harvard collection. So the details reported.
So
It was on approximately February 16th.
hold on.
It was a native
Hold
gold
on.
specimen from
So I've heard a lady stopped by and spoke to me the other day. That reminded me because they're talking about gold that Nancy's husband used to work for the mines at one point in time, and they were digging up something in the back of the yard, which I don't recall seeing, but apparently they were digging something up, and um, this person was saying that Nancy's husband may have had gold buried in the back, which I thought was interesting, but I don't know if I believed it though. I didn't really believe it, but I felt like it could have been possible. I want to go back to that video that she was asking me to play earlier, just real quick before I play that Patriot Pride, because she's been asking me to watch this video, and I don't want to overlook it. You never know. Some of these things that people bring to our attention um, is some stuff that I wish I looked at the first time they sent it. So I don't want to look past any information that people are putting out here. Somebody pointed out a flower pot that was in front of Nancy's. They also drew the truck out that they think we think that car was parked at. So I want to share that too, but I don't think we'll be able to share it all right here. So we might have to take to live and share that tonight. But the video that that Joan wanted me to watch was I think she put for the Savannah's face together with the perp, but everyone looks like the perp, guys.
Smith says a zero. She's the only one that
Everyone does.
Smith says a zero. Uh-huh. What about the nose? I can't do the nose because it's masked, so I can't see the nose. However, we're going to continue on. So this is some bizarre, yeah. Okay, I took this person's face and I blacked it out, but I removed everything that wasn't in their face. Okay? And I outlined it in red so that you can
I think she's doing Savannah. I'm not sure, but yeah, Savannah was in New York, and that's why I'm like, there's no way, she could have been the perp. For all we know, she could have snuck down here. Yeah, whatever. But I doubt that. But I truly don't think it's Savannah at all whatsoever. And if that's who she's doing, then yeah, that just doesn't line up to me at all. And I don't know why she would even do that. That's kind of super disrespectful in my, to me. I just there's nothing that adds up to me thinking that it would be Savannah at all. But again, I don't know who she's actually doing in this. It looks like it's Savannah, um, or maybe it's Annie. It doesn't really say in the title. Oh, it is Savannah. Yeah. No, we're not gonna watch that one. I'll watch it to myself later. But um, yeah, it's definitely not Savannah. Not at all. Yeah, no way Savannah did that. That was kind of rude of her to do that. Have I had thoughts that Savannah could have maybe been involved? Yeah, I've had thoughts here and there, but nothing ever added up to me thinking that or amounted to me thinking of that at all. What is Patriot Pride talking about? I wanted to see what they were talking about as far as any little information that they might have or what they dug up that they think. the goal couldn't have been buried in the back where it was all dirt. Not at all. I don't think so. I think that would have been the most obvious place to put a body, and I think they would have checked there for signs of somebody digging or some sort of sign that leads up to a body being dug in the ground. The dirt surrounding where a person would be buried, I think there'll be some type of fresh dirt or something that indicates someone's been buried there. So I don't think that I have enough confidence in law enforcement that they were able to at least confirm that. Um, but the septic tanks, I did check out those too because I know there's some people that they were like Juice. I think they need to go back and somebody said this. They said that, Juice. I think they need to go back and check the septic tanks again because I don't think that they really looked in those septic tanks. And I was like, you know what? I had to think about that for a second. I'm like, you know what? Maybe they didn't. Maybe they really do. But I looked it up and I wanted to know for my own peace of mind how deep those septic tanks normally go. And upon looking it up, it did state that septic tanks only go about 2 to 3 feet. And if that's true, with that being said, then that would mean that I would be able to look down in a septic tank to see what's down there without having to have somebody actually go down there. If that's true, I don't know about you guys, but I know that the septic tanks were checked. And from what I read, I'm only assuming at this point that they're not that deep. Yeah. Yeah, you on the way? Okay, alright, no problem, no rush. I think my girlfriend was calling saying that she's on the way. She's probably gonna be at least a good 30 more minutes, though. She'll be a while, so we'll be out here for a little while longer. But let me see something just real quick, guys. Did somebody like send me something on Cash App or something like that, guys? Because I'm seeing something on Cash App that doesn't look normal. I don't have a lot of money. I never do. So I just want to confirm here that somebody didn't just send me a whole lot of money on Cash App. Oh my goodness. I am super, super confused right now to who just did this right now. Cynthia Collins just sent me, what time was this? 6 o'clock. Come on, guys. Really? We're not here for that, man. You guys are crazy. What a blessing. Earl James, God bless you. Cynthia, God bless you guys. I am lost for words right now. I really don't know what to even say. You guys are wonderful, wonderful people. And I'm just lost for words right now. That is insane. And Earl, you reach out all the time. I always read your emails. I always try to respond when you reach out through email. I see you in chat all the time. And I just want to thank you a lot for being here. You don't know how much it means to have people reach out, not only in the comments, but through email. It goes a long way, guys, because I always keep in mind one thing I want you guys to know is I keep in mind that the next case that I do, the next, whatever, for whatever that I do next, I may not have this many people here. I may have 20 people. I may have 25 people. I don't know. I don't know how things are going to play out. This is my first time doing crime, so I'm just very, very thankful and blessed to have all the people here that I have at this moment in time. And I give credit to Criminal Network and JLR for shouting me out on their channels, and they brought a lot of attention to my channel because they told their viewers about me, and that really gave my channel a good boost, at least from what I think. But Earl James and Cynthia Collins, God bless you both. I hope you guys have a wonderful Mother's Day. I almost want to cry right now, but we cried the other day, so I don't want to sit here crying on stream. But You guys have made it an even more wonderful Mother's Day. And I'm not gonna lie, financially, it has been highly stressful for me. And I don't like to say that on stream for people to reach out and donate. I just like to say that because I like to relate to others and know you're not the only one struggling and has things going on. But I've been streaming for a while. I truly enjoy streaming. It doesn't feel like a job to me. It feels like more like a hobby, and I think that's part of I think that's says a lot about me having a passion for what I'm doing and just really showing how much I truly enjoy it. So wow, I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words, folks. But Earl James, I'll definitely be reaching out on email to thank you even more. I truly appreciate it, man. Thank you. Rhonda says I'll be sticking around. I like you for you. Much love, Rhonda. I appreciate that a lot. And it's good to know that I actually have members on this channel. I've never thought I would go from 100 viewers one day to just 1,000 and have people that actually want to be a part of the channel long term and not just for the moment. Um, One thing I could promise you guys for sure is my head is all in it and it's only going to get better. I know I have a lot to learn. I know I have a lot that I need to work on. But in time, guys, I promise you we will get there. And I'm always very big on whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. And I said that in the very beginning when I first started streaming, and it turned out great for me. When I first originally started streaming, and this is not relevant to Nancy, but I just want to say it. When I first started streaming, I had lost my job at Walgreens, and my last check was $900. And I took that last check that I got, and I went and bought a gaming PC and started streaming the very next day. And my little brother was the one who helped me set it all up. And from that day on is where I realized I actually had a voice, and it just kind of took place from there. I stopped streaming for about 2 years, and then here we are now. Found another passion that we truly love and enjoy that makes a lot of sense to me because I've been in a crime for so long that I don't even know why I haven't really tried to do anything that surrounds crime. And here we are, though. Earl James is amazing. He's amazing. What a wonderful person. Along with someone else, because it did say a different name, so I'm assuming it might be his wife. I think it was Cynthia. Much love. Earl is my incognito. I am really Cindy. Ah, okay. I see it. I see it. Well, Cindy, you are a true blessing, and thank you a lot. I'll definitely remember that. And for those of you guys as well that have sent me gifts from the Amazon list, but most importantly, for all of you guys that have been with me from day one, or when you discovered from the time that you discovered the channel. Thank you guys for believing in me. I appreciate that. Such awesome people. Just with people stopping by here at Nancy's, we see we just it reminds us that there is a lot of good people still out there. Seeing the people in the chat every day, just actively being here, commenting on the comments after the video's done, and commenting while I'm live like now. It just goes to show there's a lot of good people out there. And I know there's people that bump heads in chat, and you guys, don't always agree with certain things that people say. But I think that that's part of life, and I think that's another reason why I try not to get mods so much because I just don't want to cause more problems, and I don't want to lose people as viewers once we just decide, okay, this mod thing isn't going to work. And I know I would probably be upset if I became a mod to somebody's channel and then they didn't like how I modded, and then I I was unmodded because of those reasons. Um, and I think it just kind of keeps me away from making anybody feel a certain type of way. And then I have to sit down and come up with the rules that I want to have. But I think when you have mods, it makes the chat more difficult rather than people being able to speak freely. And I feel like if it's bad enough, eventually I'll see it or we'll time out that person if we have to. But the fact that we all have the option to block somebody when there is somebody saying something crazy in the chat, I think that's all we need. I really don't think we need to mod it up. Although I still am thinking about it, and I may try the mod thing at some point, but I just don't see it working, and I would hate to do that and then take it all away. Because believe me, I do want people to feel more a part of the channel as far as like people reach coming in and saying, "Hey, give the video a thumbs up." I feel like that's a mod's job, and you guys don't have to do that. And that goes a long way for me to see people come in the chat and say, "Hey, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to Juice, and just speak positivity about the channel." It really goes a long way, and I don't forget stuff like that, and that's why I'm bringing it to you guys' attention. Juice Dean sent to you 100. No way, guys. Guys, that's enough, man. Don't send me no money. I don't deserve money, and I'm not here for the money at all. Um, I don't know where he sent me 200. I was looking at Cash App, but I don't see it on there. Man, you guys are a true wonderful blessing. I know that for sure. Jenny says you do deserve money. I feel like at a certain point in time it'll pay off, and maybe I will. But I don't feel that way, guys. I don't. I just have a heart and I'm different, but it feels good to make it, and it is tough supporting my family and whatnot, because I'm only part time, but I do other things. I do Instacart, and then now we got the help of YouTube, which I'm. It's just the beginning of YouTube for me, so YouTube isn't really kicked in yet, but eventually it'll start to make its way as far as helping me out, and it already is, thanks to you guys. It's crazy. First time here, and I'll be back. Heavy says, "Hey, thanks a lot, Heavy. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that." I'm sorry I don't have much information for you guys, but I think after today or tomorrow, I'm sorry, I'll probably take a day off or two, or probably a day, and I'll probably just kind of gather some more information and just kind of sit back and observe. I think we've been out here the last couple of days. I think we came out here about 3, 4 times this week, maybe 4 times this week. So we'll pick a day throughout this week and probably just sit back and observe and see if we can dig up any more information surrounding the Guthrie case. Because right now I feel like we're just at a standstill and nothing's really happening right now. Tomorrow we'll stop by Annie and Tommaso's on the way out. My girl and I's movie starts in about an hour, so I don't think that I'll make it. I don't think that I'll make it out to Annie and Tommaso's on the way out, which I wish I could. But I know we're going to be running behind, and I know some people wanted me to stop by there. Um, and I really think today's the only best day and opportunity to go by just because Mother's Day. But I don't think I think I'm going to fall short on time. Tuesday should be good. I don't know if you guys are familiar with. Denise said it was Cash App. Let me look. I don't know if you guys are familiar with. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what's it called? My God, I lost my thought there. Denise, I don't see it at all. I see Edward, but I don't see it on here. Maybe my phone's just not loading. If you give me a bit, I'll try to look, but I freaking bug flying all over me. see Earl, but I don't see a Denise in here.
You know, a $200,000 or $300,000
Any
debt that
camper
they had
drive
to
by
pay,
today? Not at all.
and they were like, "Well, we'll just hold her for ransom." Then she just happened to pass away.
Yeah.
After they
Deanna was hoping her money went through. She sent 100. No, not at all. But maybe it'll go through in a little bit. But it didn't. I didn't receive that at all. But you don't have to send that. Cancel that, Denise. Cancel that.
why did they take?
You guys are great. I don't have Venmo though, Tennessee girl. I think you can use Venmo through PayPal, but I don't have that at all yet. I can't get logged into it, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe.
To see now, hey, how are they going to help it?
Yeah.
Might be. I took 10
Is
items.
that TED Talk? You know, I'm listening to. I was trying to listen in. I'm really trying to see what the Patriot Pride was bringing to our attention today. But I was just trying to get to that one specific part where they were showing us what they wanted to demonstrate tonight. But I don't see it any. I don't see it at all. So I was just kind of waiting. I think they're going to table it to the next meeting next month. You're talking about nanos. I don't think so. I think, well, yeah, they have to because they're going to review it all. And then obviously they're going to need some time to make their decision if that's going to be them making a decision based on nanos, getting out of office. Then I think they'll need some time to reflect on the decision that may be made pretty soon. Make sure she sent it to the right Cash App. Yeah, definitely, because it sounds like you may have sent it to the wrong Cash App. But it's a link in the chat, guys, so you really can't send it to the wrong. But make sure you did, and if you did, you might want to hurry up and cancel that. If you perhaps maybe sent it to the wrong Cash App. Deanna is in the chat, Juice. I was looking for her. I saw her just a second ago. I know. I see her. I see her. Well, I don't see her anymore, but I saw her. Thank you, Deanna, for trying to send me $100. Thank you for sending me $100. I didn't get it, but you don't have to. Make sure you cancel that. I highly appreciate it. Guys, I'm really not here for the money. I really just want to help the Guthrie family. I really want to just simply get better at crime in general. But Deanna, I am blessed to have you as a viewer, and that I think it's more important I keep you as that than you sending money. I truly appreciate everybody's love and support. I truly do. And like I said, don't even worry about sending that at all. But just make sure you didn't send it to the wrong person. You need to cancel that as soon as possible. It would simply just say $ YouTube juice. So if you sent it anywhere else, cancel it. And Denise, I want to say thank you for all the times that you did because I have seen you send me cash apps multiple times. And I did get your $10 cash app yesterday. And I usually try to heart it because I can't reply to you guys. But if I could reply to you guys on Cash App, I would. And thank you for that. And I don't think that was your first time sending Cash App. So thank you a lot, Denise. I feel like I've seen your name a couple times on Cash App, several times, but I could be wrong. Deanne says, I'm still here. I see you, Deanne. I see you. Don't even sweat it. Mary says, but Jews people do send their money to show appreciation. There's nothing wrong with accepting the help. No, and I appreciate it, and I truly need the help. But like I said, I don't want people to feel that way, and the reason why we're out here because we're not. And I'm a humble guy. I really am. I'm a humble guy, and I have high hopes for myself. And I just think that there's going to be a time where that just simply comes. And I don't know. I guess I don't know how to put it in words, but like I said, I'm just honored to have all of you guys here. And my biggest thing right now is learning crime, understanding it more, um, reporting surrounding crime, and also I lost my thought there. Growth. So just learning crime in general, understanding it, getting better at articulating myself, and just simply growth. And I think we've done a good job on this channel doing that. And I just think that we got a long way to go. And I think maintaining is going to be the hardest part. But every day, my mind is on a million miles an hour. I don't even want to talk to my girls sometimes because I'm so locked in on any Nancy Guthrie information or what I could do to make this channel better. I think my ride is here, guys. Did ANC come to the memorial today? Not at all, Mary. It would be nice if they did, but they did not come to the memorial site today. As far as I know, I got here at 5 o'clock, and I didn't really notice any new flowers or anything like that. So I was assuming that we didn't miss anything at all. Hey, good night, Liz. Thanks so much for tuning in. By the way, Juice, do you have a second Cash App in your real name? It is in my real name, and I don't have a second Cash App. It's under my real name. So, and it's in the description. You won't be able to miss it. What about the guy that killed those campers in Utah? I'm not sure. Man says, thank you just for being awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being here, Roxy. Thank you guys all for stopping by and being here. I'll stay live until I hit the road as I usually do, guys. So I'll kind of see chat for a little bit as I get out of here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and tuning into the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Much love, guys. I'll see y'all later. I'm gonna get my stuff out of here, get my stuff together, get ready to go. What is that? Is that a big cockroach? Oh,
$100
you can leave that off.
off.
Yeah. I will be careful, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'll most likely see you guys tomorrow out here. So tune in with me tomorrow. If I don't see you guys, I'll catch you guys on Tuesday, guys. I'll see y'all on the next one. Much love, guys. It's your boy, the Juice. Until next time, guys. Let me get all my crap out of here. And I'll still see chat for a moment because I keep it on until we get out of here. But yeah, just throw it in one of the pockets in there. So, yeah. What? Excuse these kids, guys. They're gonna be a little loud, probably. But anyways, we're out of here. We're just gonna stay live until I hit the road here. Make it out the neighborhood safe. Which look expired. I'll update it right now on this particular video here as soon as I end the live. I know it's but on the channel part, it goes to the actual description of the actual channel dated there, and I have next to it of when it was dated, which was today. So that's what'll make it a little bit distinctive if you're looking for that wish list. Ooh, all those bugs out there, man. And all in my hair, and yeah, it's crazy. It's like you get no service once you go this direction. Beck says Happy Mother's Day to your girlfriend.
Thank you.
She says thank you.
Mother's Day to all the mothers in the chat.
Happy Mother's Day.
What am I hearing?
She said thank you.
What do I hear something? I hear like something with the wheel or something. Uh,